but we've also got the 13-1 that we just got from G2 the other day, right? We got the phase 13-5 to get us started. That started the G2 turnaround story and reverse sweep in week 1. So Fracture is a map that I'm really glad we've been able to visit a whole lot.
Yeah, it's really weird how, you know,
Gotta be honest, Fracture is a map that really plays to Shopify. I mean, this is a team that has been good on the map since the roster played last year. So I'm looking at that second map and I'm thinking, okay, that could be quite difficult, especially because we did see Moist Moguls drop that map against Pearl Troop, who on paper, lesser experienced roster, even though they've obviously made some more recent additions to bring in some more experience, and the team is obviously playing much better than they were in the first few weeks of the split. Haven is also not a great map, though, for Shopify. So I really do think we're going into that third map. It seems unlikely that we're going to have a 2-0 here. And when we get there, that's when things get interesting. Because like you mentioned, Tanner, Lotus is not a great map for Shopify based on what we saw from them previously.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that bodes well, though, is that it's map 3, and it's going to come down to who wins map 2, right? Momentum is really going to be the factor, because we haven't seen it from Moist Lotus. So it's... Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting one, because when you look back to the loss that Shopify got, it's against FaZe, a team that does like to get wonky and a team that does like to mess around. So you have to assume, especially with how good FaZe have been looking in recent, that they've started to prep for that. Moist, on the other hand, probably haven't put in that same amount of work. We've seen, you know, they still have things to fix on Pearl, still have things to fix from that previous week. So I think Shopify and Moist really are in the same spot coming to that map 3.
Yeah, it's the seen versus the unseen, the known versus the unknown, is what we watched SR do on that map.
I told you, Turtle Troop's one to watch out
what
for.
Moist is going to do. And also, we talked about it in the weeks coming up to this. Once we saw the map pools change, a lot of teams have not really gone towards Lotus. They've been banning it out very early. They've also decided, hey, we're not going to play split. We see that with some of the teams who are a little bit more established, like M80, who's basically saying, we're not going to play Lotus, we're not going to play split, it's not going to happen. We're going to shy away from those matches as much as possible. But now that I'm looking at teams like Moist Moguls and Shopify, I feel like if you're one of those teams, you got to be one of the teams that's willing to put in the work on those fringe maps, because that's how you come in and upset kings. You take their crowns away. But we'll see what's going to happen here on our very first map as we get ready to jump into Haven. The agent select is ready. It's all yours.
Where's Ludwig?
Yes, we will. We'll have
Is
to
Lud
see
not
if
streaming
we
it right now?
get to Lotus. What we will see in changes. Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think
Wait,
so.
you just say, so you're making predictions right now as we jump into it.
Yeah, what is your prediction, Tanner?
Whoa, hey, whoa! How does this just get turned on me? What are your predictions? Your prediction 3 map.
You know, I'm predicting Shopify playing Neon and Haven.
Okay,
and also playing a Jet. Wait, what is going on?
Wait, this is the G2 comp. This is the double duelist that G2 Esports brought to Haven early in the season so far. This is, I mean, Shopify are looking to play fast here.
This is super interesting, because then it feels like you're playing to your strengths, right? With B-Dog on the Jet and how good he's been performing in the past couple of weeks on this individual agent, but also Mata on the Neon, which we've seen a good amount of times on maps like Fracture, being able to make a difference. So you get kind of the best of both worlds in this scenario, and I like what I see from Shopify. On the side of Moist, it does feel a little bit more
what was a good side for this? I don't remember now.
To that composition
I
that
think
we
it
were
was
expecting
somewhere around
from
here.
them, with the Breach and the Sova especially.
Boys, I gotta say, we've been
a bit more standard from Moist, which standard I actually don't know. Maybe that's not a word that we can use these days, because the comps have been changing so rapidly. The agents have been coming out so rapidly, and people are starting to figure out some of the older agents who haven't quite been slotted into their roles. But this is it, right? We talked about kind of what's at stake for these teams. It's not necessarily about winning and losing, it's about how you do it. So we'll be paying attention how close these teams
I turned it down, and then I was like, that's going to be really low.
And of course, you gotta go under the stream to download Opera GX because they're in Wisconsin.
Oh, here we go, boys. Already kind of popping.
Something that we don't see very often as well, right? It's all full of surprises.
Oh, yeah, you guys are
2 kills right away, and Shopify are down to 3 members alive.
And Vic's got to get out of dodge. He was stunned up. Oh, gets one on the way out, though, so no harm, no foul there. Finds his 1, unfortunately for Moose.
Boys.
He's got to find his 3. Flash out. Cypher looks away.
Yeah, I'm feeling a... Yeah, that's how we do it. That's how we do it.
Before being spotted, but it's Flya, 3 kills on the round, and if you're a Moist Mogul fan, this is exactly what you wanted to see, a hot start here on Haven.
For Shopify, the way that they've been playing these defensive rounds, even from last week when they were going against FaZe, it was this kind of approach, slightly aggressive, going through, but they're not able to trade each other in time, especially on this pistol round. So it guarantees that round for Moist, and something that, yeah, like you said, right, we haven't seen too many times before.
Charlie, what's your timer at?
It is
I need to move the cam up more.
really good opportunity for them to get
2
seconds.
Here.
Oh, I'm already in the round. Oh, me too.
Oh, what the fuck?
This is gonna be good.
This round,
again, let's talk about it as it's
There's the
happening.
world
God,
where they run into the stack, right? 4 players, 4 defenders here.
Hey, oh, I can't see it. Thanks to the prime.
Oh,
Just for now.
Nice. There we go, Thief.
Well, I guess they'll go with their better judgment. Say, hey, they returned fire out this way. Maybe they do stack this site. The first one dealt without Torte. And
they're bringing the troops.
we'll see how easily.
Oh man, this is a cinematic camera we're working with.
Your cam top right.
Oh,
It's a
top
quick
right.
gamble, but yeah, like you said, just
Yeah,
quick rotations for the defense. It's gonna be smoked out though towards heaven, so not too much that they can do, but the classics try to still work.
Yep, that's kill feed.
This is 2.
Yeah, I guess the middle, right above.
Yeah, just a matter of time for the set of Moist is able to
Another
clean it
great
up.
round.
Big dub. Here to start them
W.
off on the attacking side, and again,
what sounds
Shopify
good to
for
you?
those
I'm
kind of
sorry.
rounds. You can expect that aggression over and over again from them, especially on the defensive side. And it's kind of weird, right? When we see them attacking, they're more likely to play those defaults, to play slow when you get in this situation.
know,
Where
my
in
brain
defense, it seems like
flashed
it becomes
over,
so
like, Payway.
predictable. And it connects to that tweet that we saw early on when they
You
were
already
talking
have
about
bagels, you don't
FaZe
need
having their
food.
number.
What
It is
the
those
fuck?
patterns
Get
that
out of the
all the
bagel.
teams, including now Moist, are able to
Yeah,
get.
I don't really need any payway.
Yeah,
It's
I
fine.
mean, the best way to shake up that pattern, though, right, is to come into this match
We'll
with a
see.
completely different composition.
Payway it is.
Although it does seem early in this one,
Let's
Moist
run it.
have had their number, especially in the pistol round. Expect that aggression out towards B.
Not
Now
on
they're going to
two, on
see.
the phone.
Well, Vic's all on his lonesome. Apparently it comes through. A couple
Okay,
of
there we go,
smokes
Sim.
around. Well, Vic will get spammed
God
through
damn.
one of them. The high ground will be lost. Brock now looking to fight back towards the spawn. A couple of Guardian shots later, and nobody's
Oh, I thought he was
dead
just gonna
just
fire
yet. It
down
was only
that
Vic
hallway.
I did
Fall
too.
early in this
Like
round.
all of
Look at
them.
this utility.
Oh,
There's
flies
just
in a
no
great
way
spot.
on the side, especially
Nice.
without letting them know.
Oh, there you go, Brock.
It's aggressive,
Yes, there we go.
unfortunately.
Woo!
And it's only Moose to
Sorry,
find
looking
one
good.
kill,
Look
and near
out of that,
flawless. And a
Looking
third for Moist Mo.
good.
Boys.
And it goes down so quickly. They now even have a Rolling Thunder. They had it in the middle of that
Alright,
round
if you
as
wanna
well.
order,
But
come
there's
to my
nothing
computer.
else that you have to worry about for Moist.
Boys, I
Shopify,
don't wanna
they're losing
alarm you, but my
too
quads are
many of
getting
those
huge.
third
I'm
rounds. They did it last
It's-
week.
it's
It's
pretty
happening
alarming, I'm
again,
not
and it's a
gonna lie.
perfect opportunity
Yeah,
for
you were
Moist
starting
to
to
start
scare me.
The
snowballing
problem is
into
if
it.
my glutes get much bigger, I don't think they make clothes for me.
This
Oh,
is
right here.
terrifying. That-
Bourbon chicken.
Thanks, Prime Robo.
Shopify have not been able to find anything. You look at that last play where they just push right into graffiti, and they just can't find. Not only can they not find the kills, but they're not finding the trades at all. Moose is the only person to get it. And he was in heaven.
Damn,
Not
Sim.
many angles you could
He's
see
coming
from
in
that
hot.
position. Now Moist promptly find their way onto this C site. Nobody's home. Couple of sheriff shots, but not the best buy for Shopify.
Have you even seen all the new
This
heroes
retake's
stuff?
Yeah.
probably going to prove that.
He looks pretty
And
fun, actually.
again, you have
He
the solo
does.
duelist composition for
I
Shopify
was a
to
little
play
worried
those
when
retakes.
they gave him
And yet you can use a fast
external
lane trying to
plant
isolate those
and
targets, but it
defuse,
still
but
becomes
doesn't
so
look
much
too
more
good.
difficult in a round like this one. Completely flash, waiting for the right timing, and a Proto's there.
Oh,
Sim
that's
as
alright. That's
well.
alright, Sim. That's alright.
And just
He was
not
playing it
expecting
safe.
somebody backside
that
there.
post plant. So
Yeah.
Azel skills one back.
No, I'm good.
Rock now.
Thank you,
sitting
though.
on that recon volt. We'll toss it out. We'll see what spam follows. Two revealed, but they're safe for now. Unfortunately, that spike
Yep.
just continues to tick, and I don't know what type of situation we're looking at.
Oh,
here.
fuck.
Mono
Nice.
with the rifle.
Oh.
Nope, it's all about
Yes.
the
No
kill.
time. Let's go.
Bruce
Let's go.
falls,
Wow.
Dazzle's
Let's go.
next, and Moist will find
Is
a
this
fourth.
our map
Big.
or theirs?
I think this is their map.
This is ours.
Is it? No, I thought it
One
was.
more round here for the
Oh,
side of
wait, you're right.
Moist.
Yeah, top left.
I should say it
And
tells us.
Shopify
Yeah,
now
no, I
with
think
a, with a
this
full
is
buy
their
here.
map. They picked
Even with
Haven,
an
not us.
I
operator
think
in the
the
hands of B-Dog.
production
This is one of
team's
the
off.
players that
I'm
we
pretty sure
talked
this is
about
their map.
Yeah, no.
at the beginning, right? One of the players I need to keep an eye on. They can make
You said
the
you didn't want any
difference and
girls?
can
No,
really
I'm good,
win
thank you.
rounds single-handedly for this side of Shopify Rebbelion. Now with the operator, you're hoping
Wait, Matt,
the
you're-
B-Dog is
oh, never
able
mind.
to
I don't need
get
you to. Good.
a little bit more for the team. Especially playing so far forward here on C.
Oh no, this is spooky. Way to not peek that?
And there's nobody to help B-Dog. He's got to do it all himself.
It's alright.
He's able to do just that. Perfect timing here. Dashes to safety. Now wants to go back for some more. This time, a bit
Yeah, maybe
safer
just
on the angle. Has an
rotate.
escape route without the tailwind. Shopify will find the first in the round.
Oh. Yo.
They get one as the rest of Moist is able to slowly push towards grass. There's this B side. They haven't really contested too many times besides that pissed around early on, and Mata is gonna be here.
Oof.
And he's looking for the timings.
I still believe.
There draws out the attention of the rest of the team. They pick up those 2 easy kills. The spike down inside the smoke. Neural theft is off. Players are revealed, and that spike's still down in the worst possible position here for Moist. They've got the credits. They can go for it, but it is going to be a 2v5. Brock going to go fishing through the giant grate.
An impossible crossfire.
Yeah. Yeah, just nothing for him.
There's nothing they can do here. And there it is, right? The difference maker that we talked about. B-Dog getting the opening kill. Getting the operator being able to dash away and guarantee the advantage. To a point that,
that was a tough round. That early picket.
This out of Moist, right? In an uncomfortable position, not being able to play that game.
We're just resetting their loss bonus.
And it's so easily enabled by Shopify in this composition.
Yeah, and I mean, so kind of minusing our first 2 rounds as we revisit the Investor Flawless, picked up there by Shopify. Rounds 3 and 4, both site hits were pretty quick from Moist, but they were also just passive holds from Shopify. This was the first time we actually see Moist met by some type of contention.
Okay.
Obviously,
let's get back to steamrolling.
Kind of 50-50, and that B-Dog is going to get that kill all by himself. Otherwise, they give up the C site. But yeah, they can stop the push if they can find a way to get these early picks here. That's everything. That's going to slow down Moist once more.
And that was going to be a little bit of a faster approach towards the A site with most of the players here, but Flash was good. The guiding light slowed things down just a little bit. And now just waiting for the right opportunity to play around the Rolling Thunder. Once the spike gets planted, the site's still instead of Moist.
Okay. Let's lock this site down.
Get too much value, especially that one still. We'll see if anybody heads that way. Look at that, though.
Our
utility. I mean, sure, you lost the player early, but you have so much to play with. Cosmic Divide to stall for now.
Good grenade.
Fury comes through, tags up Mata. Ooh, 3 just to the left, but a third shot will go wide, and now we see that Rolling Thunder fight back through the big purple wall. Overdrive online.
Ooh, that was big.
Here into the site. Mata low on HP.
Yep. There you go. Go fly it.
Woo! Starts to tee off once more. B-Dog with the operator. He's found 2 kills for himself.
That was huge.
Nice.
What a hold.
That was huge.
Yep.
And he just won't get it.
Really good coordination, right? With the ultimates available for this setup, Moist. First, you use the Hunter's Fury, then you go for the Rolling Thunder, which initially seemed like it was early, but it was just the approach to go back into site. They had to back up, expecting that aggression from Shopify, and it doesn't really work out at all for the defense and what they had planned. And once again, trying to bring those surprises for the defensive side, not giving them any space to breathe.
And 7 rounds in now. Well, we're in round 7, and I want to, you know, find small moments of respite here for Shopify. This composition we're expecting to probably
maybe the little robot just kills her.
On the attacking side, I guess B-Dog says, hey, I've got the operator. I don't care how much health I have, whether it's 150 or 1.
Just full commitment.
Yeah, he just tanks. And you know what? That's what we need to see. That's what we need to see.
I mean, it's a gamble there. Hoping that someone's still gonna swing, but it doesn't happen, right? So now
let's go Sim.
Uh-oh. That was,
I like the aggression though.
Yeah, and this site hold anything but passive this time around.
Nice. All right, there you go, Proto.
Coming out.
They say that's enough to stack somewhere else.
Oh boy.
Okay. Some extra here on the round. Maybe one more.
Nice.
The dazzle. Blue's gonna be the next to follow. So this site, it's been
Brock.
taken, but
let's go, baby.
That's the problem. That's the question that we have here for Brock, who's down just over 80 HP. He's going to work his way through mid. Meanwhile, Shopify playing numbers right here. Playing as 2.
Come on now.
Quick, before they close
Brock
on you.
have no idea where they're going to be coming from, right? 100 HP once again for B-Dog to see down.
Yeah. Told him he didn't have that read.
The perfect timing as well, gets 4.
Yeah, you hate to see it. So many options in that situation, but that entire round was such a scramble. How do you even begin to think about where the players are at? The only bit of information I would imagine that Brock could have known at the end in that 1v2 is that Jet is somewhere out towards grass because of that cloudburst, right? Everything else was so crazy. There's probably no way that, you know, the call out on Dazzle was that he was going to be playing with the Jet.
Let's hop back in the train.
We saw Brock checking every single angle. Unfortunately, just gets timing.
Oh, it's fine. It's complimentary.
Yeah.
Thanks for resub R-dub.
Shopify put a second round on
yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Just open your, in between rounds, open your volume. Certain.
Now Shopify a little bit more spread across the entire map. We've seen so many of those gambles too. Up to 3 players, 4 even. In those rounds where the economy is not there, but playing a little bit more reactive. And in the meantime, Shopify is able to push forward. Look at this positioning from Dazzle. Just gonna get a little bit of information, but Proto's gonna be aware.
Let's go sim something big. Whoa, big. Okay. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh Jesus.
Unfortunately, just couldn't handle it. But look at the spray down from Mata.
Let's see some magic.
Yep. Let's get something big.
That was a Vandal, by the way, with his spray. Mata, absolutely insane for it. 3 kills. And the chance that Moist thought they had.
And now it's time for Thief to do it.
All up to Thief.
Wow. The heroics there.
My Vandal doesn't do that. That's crazy.
No, I don't know many Vandals that do that.
Nice, yeah.
We'll probably get a look back.
Maybe he
at
just
this one,
has a feeling and just taps.
He's gonna try his odds elsewhere. This is a safer call than to stay here towards the C site like we saw in rounds previous.
No shot.
He's running out of time. I think he's gonna have to plant the spike here on B. No, he's gonna go for a Dryad.
Did he make it? How long is plant in this? Oh, he definitely does.
You can hear him running, having no time, just...
Oh, okay.
No, not gonna happen. 4 kills for Mata at the end. I want to see the replay.
Worth a try, I guess.
I get such crazy anxiety when something is chasing me, so I can't even imagine how he's feeling hearing Mata sprinting behind him, sliding into the smoke. As we do take a look back, as that first showstop that got us started.
Lucky Mata saved that round for him.
This wasn't 3 people lined up inside garage, right? This was a kill to the left, a kill to the right, and then back to the left. No reset, just spraying them down and transferring.
That's what I mean, right? You're playing.
Honestly, the Destiny music sounds really cool in here.
Potentially here for Shopify, right? With B
right, should think about adding it to it permanently.
Mata being able to do Mata things just like he did. Dazzle though. A little bit scary here. He's been pushing forward towards this A long every single time. Gonna play it safe though.
And he keep getting that information with the guiding light. 20 seconds for another one. And although information garnered, he wanted to see just how close or how many of the players.
The music just stopped on its own.
The Moguls, unfortunately, Trailblazer dealt with, and not a whole lot picked up there in way of information.
But there's not too much that you're able to get into this one, but there's already 4
unbelievable.
That big.
Throw the whole round.
That dirty bastard.
We see it every single time.
Right there. How does she heal?
I think if she goes through one of her walls, does she heal?
Moist side and C side there. Being a little bit more careful. Going for that one attempt.
Damn, Payway was a good call.
They changed that position. They initially had a Proto on this B side trying to get something.
Shoot!
Yeah, wait, no, wait, don't shoot.
Shoot!
So far forward
Oh, shoot!
Okay, we got sight though. Now let's hold it down. That's a big plant.
Away in the B site. It's been awarded to Moist. Meanwhile,
come on, boys.
Proto,
all it takes to get one round back, we start snowballing.
This will give away the position of this flank here. But I mean, it's paranoia no less, right? A Proto could take down this tripwire and just completely leave, and they're always going to be worried about this. But instead of worrying about what's behind,
nice sim.
they just want to push forward.
Fuck.
Come on,
nice. Get it. Nice.
Huge. No, no, no.
Fine.
Answer, though, the back and forth continues as the Proto still playing the long
nice Steve.
Oh,
yeah. Okay, nice Brock.
1-on-1.
But they're starting to find the kills now. Beat
on. Oh, fuck the off.
Tap onto the
that's so clutch.
To the body, but
holy shit.
The lurk pays off, and Moist will take the round.
Good shit.
So well for the set of
Ice.
So patient as well. The only information that they had towards it is that guiding light that we saw early on. Then that Trailblazer. They changed the positions, right? They go with a Proto.
Oh, Shopify with the timeout.
One of my favorite ciphers to watch for things like that.
Not anymore.
Things are going down, and he waits for the right opportunity to destroy that cable. Nobody's gonna push him. Everybody's focused on being able to defuse the spike to get most of the players that are towards the grass, and it works out so well. As
you don't want to do that. Okay.
Now Shopify did take a timeout.
The music sounds
We'll
cool.
Take this opportunity
And how about Flya, by the way?
We're not on our normal
Not
watch
very
party setups. So
quietly,
obviously, there's no Opera GX logo in the
doing
bottom
things for the
corner.
team.
Some
12
people
and
have
4,
pointed
pretty
it out.
loud. 5
But
assists.
to really show
the
Opera
flash
GX
time,
the
the
love they
timing
deserve,
for
you
Moist,
can
I
go
guess I
below
should
the
say,
stream,
has
click on
been
the panel,
so
or
good
do
at
exclamation point Opera
playing
and
off of
download the
Flya's
best
utility, whether it be
browser in the
Fault
history
Line and
of
Aftershock,
United States,
a
United
Flashpoint.
Kingdom, and the rest of the world.
The reaction
So
is
go show them some love.
That's
the
right.
rest
That was
of the
great.
team.
You don't even need the
And you see
logo
it right in the
on
5
stream.
assists.
You
You
could
see
have
it
it
in
on
the
your
7
taskbar
kills.
there.
Yeah.
A
Thanks, Resub
really
Binser.
hot start here for the young IGL, and it feels like when your IGL is in that situation, we see a lot with Poised, where they're fragging so hard, it doesn't seem like you can do anything wrong. Your calls are always on, and so is your
It's a dream, yeah. It's a dream to have that kind of scenario and those kind of players.
Pretty cool. You can replace all UI sounds with a metal pipe falling.
I read that
Look,
one too.
Shopify, they take a timeout here. They don't have too much to invest on
Where it's just
for the
you
next
whispering
round.
Moist
So
no matter what.
Moist, once again, pretty good
Oh,
read.
that'd be very like
Tried to play
paranoia
faster on this
hissing.
A side early on.
Oh,
Immediately Shopify again
Oh, that
on
was
this
so
eco
close.
rounds,
They're
playing
pretty aggressive
trying
this round,
to
huh?
Yeah,
cash
they're
this
rolling
out of
out.
Moist by surprise. They're playing
We're
back.
so close.
They're,
On B, they're
they keep
expecting this.
poking their little toesies out.
Yeah.
And Mata, the lone soldier out towards A, only has
get
a
ready for
classic.
Mata.
Yeah, I think
So,
we can push A
fortunately,
here for sure.
Nice. Good pick.
Shit,
far,
Thief.
there's that classic. Take care of
Oh, that's alright.
Spy
That's
Cam, but a favorable
Right, side
trade
is
as
ours.
Dazzle. A little bit of run and gun, and that finds that young IGL that we were talking about. Flya, the first one down in this round for
just won
Moist.
the race.
And the help isn't the
race
best.
has been done
These
for a
guns that
little
are in the
while.
hands of Shopify could still get it done in this round.
I mean, it is so unlikely, right? For the side of
If
Shopify.
nobody moves, we win.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're onto something.
3 players,
You've got
you're
quite
going to
the
be pushing
strat.
from
All
that
that
same
time
angle,
is
and nobody's going to
right.
be up close.
Okay, come on, Sim.
They've got so many. You can just see their.
Cages out, flash to follow. Sim gonna get aggressive.
Okay, there we go, Thief.
Punished. There's the
Nice,
trade.
Thief.
Rock gonna talk
Okay,
away
huge.
as Dazzle will find a third. It's all up to Dog.
Okay,
Nice.
what a
Nice.
turn.
Good-
what a
Bucky.
turn.
Good play.
Unfortunately, he gets absolutely nothing with
Okay.
it. So good damage from Shopify,
Very good.
but Moist
Yeah,
Moguls,
being
they
the live
just
switcher for
continue
this,
this
guy's
reign of
right.
terror
It has
on the
to be
attack of
chaotic
Haven.
in this.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's gonna
Yeah.
be crazy.
Being an observer.
Did
would be right,
B-Dog
for sure.
accidentally jump at the end? The mouse. It seems like that's what happened, right? I mean, I know it doesn't matter, but it just, you know, I feel that. See, there's just like I don't know.
It was interesting, no less. That was one of those just full send moments where, what could you do? You got to close the gap.
Alright,
but now B-Dog, the
alright.
weaponry is a little bit better in this round.
And back again with the operator in the hands of B-Dog. Playing towards the C side again, which Moist they haven't contested in quite some time after those 2 rounds that they lost in the hands of Shopify. So it's having to be so aware, and they're able to do
Intel
so, right?
acquired.
The composition here, the breach, and the Soba.
We see everything now.
But Lee's push B-Dog a little bit more far back.
Oh,
There's no one in
what a
heaven.
spot.
Not at all. I would imagine Dazzle heard this, though, so... Yeah. Intel knows he's not there, knows he's now up in heaven, and the Seekers will confirm once more.
Oh,
The Rolling
okay.
Thunder. Oh,
We
no
got the
way,
sit
Mata.
forward.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, that
runs
was-
out of
that was a silly
overdrive. No
moment.
more juice left in the tank, as the Hunter sure he looks to clear out the rest of the defenders. And
rotating.
it won't clear them out, but it does scramble them for a bit. Meanwhile, that spike is headed around the world, Dryad.
Yeah, the spike never got planted. We saw that TP, the ultimate coming through for Thief,
Lock
and
it down.
still they
Yeah,
couldn't
get it.
really
Alright,
fight for that
yep.
position
Put a
even
good
after
hold
the
on it.
ultimate. So
Give it a big old
it's a
wedge.
very expensive round already for Moist.
Oh,
It
we didn't
better
blink.
work out at the end on the C
Now we have to
side.
pull off.
Oh, and really smart to hop off that, right? They're on the wrong side of the wall, so they get off the plant and they look to play on
Oh, fuck.
well, what you
Yeah,
could
you got
consider
caught
the
there.
safe side. A Proto, however,
Pincer maneuver.
Right here we are.
opts out of that
Oh,
decision.
let's go, Sim.
While the back
Oh,
step from
God
Sam, he
damn
works
it.
all the way through, but he only gets one, and you just can't afford
Come on,
those
bro.
trades
Oh.
right now. 10 seconds left on the clock. B-Dog to find the next, and it's all up to Flya. He buys himself some time with the aftershock.
Why is having a game though?
Find that spike planted.
He's got Cypher wrapping behind him.
1v3, easy.
Rough situation.
Oh boy.
3 players
it.
still alive, and 2 of them are right in front of him. Spam
One.
through Gong.
Nice.
Oh.
He swings on through. He tries the 180. Just does not have the mouse pad room there. Dazzle diffuses, and
Two
Shopify.
wolves that round.
They grab a 4th Dryad.
And taking so much. I know I said it was an expensive round for Moist, but it also was for Shopify. I believe it was 3 of those ultimates invested into it. just to get that information on the A side, and well, it ends up working at the end.
Round before the switch.
But this last round could be everything.
Come on now, let's get a good
Shopify.
big one here.
Another
fat one, please. A big stinky one.
The difference maker potentially for this defensive side to make it a little bit more even between the two.
And those retakes from Shopify starting to look a bit more polished. They were a little sloppy earlier.
I don't want to hear another nice thing about Shopify.
Now that's not something that you can really put. You can't put your eggs in those baskets.
This is Bullium.
Relay bolt. Make sure nobody pushes through the nebula.
Start getting nasty to him.
And a Thief on the other side. Fortunately, a Sheriff and a Stinger to work with. In the last round, it's not the best buy for Moist. So 7-5. It's possible. It's possible.
Shopify has just been able to buy time over and over again and make sure the Moist can not get in a comfortable position. They tried towards C, it doesn't work. Now they're figuring out everything on this A side, and
big grenade. I feel good about it.
So. Nobody up close.
Oh, nice.
Oh, scary. Nice.
Very good info, and the smokes are perfect.
Good shit, Thief.
Spray is even better. Spike in hand. They're going to toss that one over, give it to Sim, and you know what that means? It's not just 70 HP of handle. It'll be the showstopper now available.
Now we hold it down.
That showstopper is going to be enough to want to keep them off
the
site. There's no way
Let it rip.
you can walk into, well, the rocket. And there it is. Pop. Wall goes up. In this right here, it's all about the timer. It'll just continue to tick here, Sim. Fine time for the team.
Oh! Did he see him? Nice.
Yep.
No way. B-Dog.
Heaven.
Unfortunately, biting off more than he can chew there. Goes a bit too early. Wasn't expecting the rocket to still be available.
Nice.
Nothing to
nice.
You use all your util. As Moose sleeps down from heaven, unfortunately.
All right.
Moose can't fly.
That's a good half. That's a very good half.
Ain't over yet, baby.
That was a good
In
half.
the middle of everything, Shopify, they had the right idea. They used the fast lane to try to fade the showstopper, but just 1 second would have made a difference not to take one player down with that ultimate. It's the right idea, but the execution just becomes a lot harder as the time starts to run out. So a good advantage here for the side of Moist.
And I guess you couldn't have known when using the fast lane. But hindsight here, you look back at that, and after the fast lane's gone and then B-Dog dies, I mean, what do you have, right? If Vic's out of stars, you already used some cages.
Yeah, it's so hard to go in.
Yeah, you have really nothing to retake that site, so that's what we were seeing Shopify run into. Meanwhile,
Jesus.
running into some players out towards mid. Flash from
that's huge.
That was everything here to be able to trade out those kills, grab the advantage. Now Vic and Moose,
that things got real fucking sloppy for a second there. I don't understand what happened there.
Look at these positions. 2 players still alive. Vic trying to be the hero here.
Don't let him be the hero. Nice. Huge.
There's no chance.
Our pistols look good.
Our pistol rounds are always good.
Even more aggression from Moist. Such a quick pistol round as well. Moist they get to 9.
Wow. And a Dan Dryad team ace. It's not often that.
Wait, what?
Not often we get those. It's not often we get to get those calls. Didn't you?
Oh yeah.
You got the sponsors?
Yeah.
The Dan Dryad team ace. the tree ace because Dryad's a tree.
Things are resale.
Yeah,
I'll see myself out.
It was also in grass, so like it's kind of fitting.
Kind of fitting. Works perfectly. Shopify not happy about it, unfortunately. They're going to be left on a couple of sheriffs here. It's a scary couple of sheriffs, though.
Oh, they're going in.
Dazzle, both going to have those in this B site. And it's open. Okay, I mean, full vacancy here. A couple more residents.
Oh, no.
Oh,
scary.
Let's
go, Proto.
Oh, what a flip.
Oh, whoa, that was close.
To the relay bolt gets absolutely nothing. So a 2-for-2 trade thus far. But around that Shopify, you could not have made this look this doable. But look at the long con from Sim. He plays around the world. He'll find himself a good bit of damage onto one. Paint shells onto the next.
Nice.
Easy find.
They're reloading, and Brock cuts him down. Moist. Steal
that
away
is looking
the round.
real good.
Under Shopify's thrifty.
Shopify's performance on this map, right, has never been consistent overall, and especially in the past couple weeks. But Moist really showing their strengths. They look so coordinated for this approach, and even with the little surprise, right, the little changes And the composition for Shopify just didn't seem to be enough.
Casually 3 more.
You have to be expecting
I'd feel good about it.
Mata and B-Dog to step it up. To get those quick entries. If not, then the use of utility becomes so much more difficult for them. And they're already in a tough situation.
You've got that shotgun out. It looks like a Bucky to me.
Approach on the extremities. Meanwhile, out towards mid. 3
Thanks
players
to Prime,
make it
Dave.
4 for Shopify.
Oh, I bought a
Good
Bucky.
damage in that last round means it's not the best buy here from Moist Moguls. Flashes out.
No.
The slide on
No.
That's the worst thing that could happen
scary.
for that
Fortunately,
shotgun.
he's able to capitalize on one. Eve caught inside the garage, pants down.
Okay, hold on though.
It's gone. A Proto and Flya.
2 for
They're finding
2.
kills across the map. The spike is being planted here, sure, but Vic maybe in a rough spot. It's going to be all about the timing here for the Astra. Expecting Brock on the angle. Good jiggle there from the Sova. To try and reveal. Vic will quickly deal with that. Pesky Brock will fall. Now Shopify finally get to play this post plant, and they're doing it a player ahead.
Right?
I think so, right?
Just one player ahead though. It's still tough though.
Oh, we're just not finding any good angles on that one.
Get any easier.
Thanks to the sub-fucking spoon.
And for a second, when we were seeing those trades, I thought Moise was about to win another bonus. It seemed like it was about to happen, but Shopify holding on to everything they got. Seeing how far they can take it on this attacking side. This should be their side.
Absolutely. Right. I think we talked about it round 6, round 7. This team, this composition for Shopify is definitely a bit more on the aggressive end and flourish a bit more here. And they've got a huge ult to do that, right? Dazzle.
Sound delayed? No, I think you're just hearing the Destiny in the background.
Right behind that.
I've got your trail.
Yeah, you also have a jet that can do exactly this. Try
huge. There you go, Proto.
And make sure that the cable is not going to work, but Proto's still expecting completely shutting down the jet.
Where is everything?
No, everyone's here.
Yeah, and they're so slowed down. Yeah, exactly. The defenders have already rotated.
Huge. There you go, Thief. There you go, Sim.
Oh, careful. Oh, okay. Way to shut that down. Way to shut. Oh,
things got real smelly real quick in there.
Flyers.
It's just one of those scenarios, right?
Yeah, Flyers having a game.
You're playing with an Astra and
really, the whole team's having a game.
On the side of Shopify. And even the Cypher that we see for the side of Moise, that I mean, the util sometimes gets denied completely thanks to those jets being able to updrive and dash. And for this one, it just slowed the play completely. The jet completely isolated, and Moise reading once again this approach perfectly on what Shopify wanted to do.
They're really liking
received all too much damage here at the start of the round. Trailblazer dealt with by Brock. Shot guard's gonna look to delay.
Get it.
It's just
Vic is low.
Back and forth. Not gonna be tagged up. He'll survive. They attack him.
Healing's been disabled. Jesus.
There's so many of them.
That was a lot.
Gets planted. Unfortunately, the duelists are starting to win those duels. A 2-for-1 thus far as Dazzle.
Oh boy.
Come
on, gentlemen.
He knows.
Players just outside the site. One barrel spotted.
Okay, here we go, Brock.
Unfortunately, Dazzle could not collect
it's a doable.
another. So it's Brock to equalize. Here comes the backstab, and they're just so unexpecting. Shopify playing the entirety.
All right, Brock, let's be a hero.
Brock,
nope.
You're triangulated from C-Link, from A-Link, from mid.
Yeah, they just had people everywhere.
It was all too much. He'll fall. Shopify put up another.
That's kind of the speed that we expected to see for the set of Shopify to get that entry into B, and nobody was playing it close.
Mickey Mouse is going public domain next year, gentlemen. We'll have to get him cheering for Moist Esports.
Playing around it, being able to get that fair skill and do and keep Shopify in this game, right?
Destiny, why are you being stubborn?
Because it's just not important.
Kind of like what we talked about from Flya, right? On their attacking side, Flya was leading the charge.
Yeah.
Now, as the
That would
IGL,
require
now
a
Dazzle's
couple
doing
clicks.
that. And it seems that Dazzle is starting to find not only his own rhythm, but the rhythm of this Moist defense.
You are divided. Satchel up.
Did they see him?
Getting a little crazy. Weapons aren't the best for Moist, though.
Oh, boy.
See how much they can get here, if anything, as they continue to peek right into the meat grinder. It's Moose to push up. It's Moose to find 3. And Moist. Well, it's Brock.
Well, the 1v5 has been done before.
Yeah, I'm sure he could do it.
everybody's strong and slowly able to find an answer for this type of Shopify. That round that we saw, not for this round, but the one before, right? Like really quick entry into B. It's becomes so much easier when you have that neon, right? To isolate those duels, make sure that nobody's going to be playing up close and they're able to clear out those angles. But the question is, how many times can they do it before Moise is able to adapt? Because if Moise have shown something, especially in that first half, it was how good they were playing around Shopify and how good they were playing around the expectations on the speed and utility that's going to be invested with this composition. So 2 more rounds is all the Moise needs under map hit to close it out.
If Moise picks this one up, there's definitely a world where we can go the distance. Shopify pretty good from LG to Shopify. Fracture's been a map that they have shown proficiency on.
Yep.
But on the inverse, right? Shopify win this round, maybe not the next. We'll see. The buy is going to be it's a little awkward here. Next round. Yeah. A couple more resets away here. Meanwhile, for their economy, although they don't have the rounds to lose, they can lose the weapons. They can play aggressive. They can get a little crazy with it here on their attack and
this is a slow roll. This isn't one of those chaotic
adventurous
rounds.
Positions, I'll call it.
No.
Oh, and even so far back, right? Gets shot down, bro.
Nice,
nothing else that can be done. And Sim is the only one inside trying to hold it down, but B-Dog has a different story to tell. Exactly it was the only 2 players on this A side.
Just lock it down. I still believe. I still believe. Just lock this shit down.
To step on up as Flya goes down. Overdrive.
It's gonna be very
and
tough.
Mata just full sends. As soon as this ult is online, he doesn't care. He tosses that one out.
Thanks for your sub
he looks to deal with the defense. He's able to get one. He's now heading for the hills, but he's getting run down.
All right,
yep.
Just
fingers.
buckle it down.
So
I'm gonna see if I can
in the last round,
catch up to your broadcast.
About them being able to sacrifice bodies, but Shopify aren't even doing that.
How are you still so far ahead? I don't get it.
Even then, right? There were 2 players on the A side. It was Brock and it was also Sim. Both of them get taken down on those respective duels, and Flya still goes in and dies alone. The rest of the team outside of A side. So there was no chance for trading. There was no chance for Flya to manage to stay alive when all the overwhelming force that Shopify is on this A side.
No, we're going back to raid after Valorant.
In that last round. One of the coaches who unfortunately got the boot and will be rejoining us here momentarily. That duel down inside sewers between B-Dog and Sim, that's the scariest situation you could ever be in. 2 crazy duelists who are just around the corner from one another that want to do nothing but run and gun and try and spray each other down. That quite literally is a 50-50 in that situation. And fortunately, B-Dog came out on top. If Sim would have gotten another in that situation, it would have been a little awkward for the rest of the team.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what the technical pause is. This isn't our pause.
This has been the scariest game of Valorant I've ever watched.
This must be like a lag-related thing. I don't know.
Me crazy anxiety.
The first technical pause I've seen.
B-Dog being way too close for comfort with rifles in hand.
Also, I think something that we haven't talked about enough is Moose and a Proto. The way that they're approaching those flanks and trying to catch the enemy team off guard has been so clean. I mean, we talked about it in one of the rounds for a Proto.
Oh, yeah.
And they were attacking, but Moose did the exact same thing, and they're just going head to head.
It is a little scary, and I'm wondering what this composition for Shopify
Their
looks
coach
like. Obviously,
got
Moose is
DC'd.
incredibly efficient on the Cypher. One of
the
early players to be playing Cypher on a lot of maps where we didn't see it was kind of flexing the Cypher and the Viper on Fracture. Now Cypher's almost a mainstay on that map. But I'm wondering what the Killjoy looks like, right? Because what makes me a little sad to see for Moose is he's not really allowed to play the extent of the map, the full size of the map, because this composition wants to go fast. When it's time to go, it's time to go fast. So it makes it a little more difficult for Moose to, be playing that late A lurk or be deposited A if the team is going to eventually slam that C site. And I think that's where Moose really shines as an individual, is finding those timings, taking that space, and being that linchpin on the back lines.
And that's an area for Shopify as well. You're relying so much that those post plans are going to come down to the Astra Stars. Compared to sometimes in other compositions, right? With that Killjoy that you're talking about, we do say that the use of the Killjoy utility with the Astra Stars and even so much more. So it is a lot of pressure, but they haven't been really contested at it just because of that position that they take, and it seems so clean with how difficult it can get, especially in this A side. On that B side as well that we've seen a couple times.
Rod, thank you for the 50 gift subs.
After losing the pistol, they get that spike planted and it gets defused, and that's
You're
it.
going
right?
crazy over the past
essentially kind of frags that spike blowing across the board, and so that's what the comp wants to do. The comp says, we're not going to let you play post plant. We saw it when they planted on B a few rounds ago. B-Dog and Mata are just continuing to fight forward, right? They're not looking to back away out towards mid and play that composition, or play that style that we're talking about. Yeah, Proto and Moose. A couple of Sentinels that never go unmentioned in the Sentinel.
Don't worry, Rod. We will tell Charles when he gets back.
I don't know if this is very telling as to whether or not we're about to get into the game, or if they're just showing us. Yeah, okay, it does seem like the coaches are reconnected here, so no harm.
We're back in it.
No foul as Dryad, we once more take stock of what's available. There's not a lot of weapons, but a couple of ults from Moist Moguls.
And ideally, you want to save these ultimates unless those initial kills go your way for the sort of Moist.
Save round.
Closer and closer to that score
now I'm just in your
that
head.
you're trying to avoid if you're in the defensive side now.
Let's get
A very good lead in the first half, matched with a Shopify able to fight back and stay on this game for as long as possible.
Look at the read, right? If that Neon isn't looking to take space and beat the util out towards A, Moist are expecting this play C, so they'll gamble stack it all 5. Cages are up, smokes are down.
Oh, they got
here,
that was a
but
big
it's only
hit
3
there.
for Shopify thus far. Once more, the weapons aren't great.
Come on, come on, come on.
With all this noise, they're gonna back away from it.
Oh, they were
Okay.
so low.
No shot.
There you go,
No
Sam.
shot. They try to stop him from leaving, but B-Dog takes 2 on the way out. Now this A site
No,
completely
they're
open for
rotating.
business.
That's not.
I mean, you find out that everybody is on the C side and trying to run away. Your defense still loses 2 of the players. That was a win condition for this round, for this potential eco round for Moist, being able to get those first.
Be careful up there, Sam.
The right read, the right gamble.
They're looking at it.
Things sometimes go wrong.
Careful,
Shopify
SpongeBob.
is backing up.
Careful, SpongeBob. Let's retake.
And the ults all are still available, but as you said, probably not the round that we see them. Tap onto the spike.
If we stuck it, we had that.
Oh,
big shot.
There you go, Thief.
Fuck. He finds one.
Oh.
Proto, the next to fall here for Moist.
It was a save round. It was a save round. Resub Rubian.
We find
Prime
ourselves
caffeine.
within 2
Let's
This is where we bring it back.
let's just close it out now. I think
This
it's time.
should be the big round for Moist to try to make it to 12. They've been fighting back and forth, and I mean, look, 4 ultimates available. The Rolling Thunder, and initially when we saw that Rolling Thunder, which was the first ultimate available in that first half, Moist was still very, very careful on when it was going to get used, and it wasn't used to make sure that the spike doesn't get diffused, but to make that space.
It would feel very good. It put a big smile on my face, and I do like the smile.
Potentially even more.
Well.
3 players now on this A side, but it doesn't matter. No way. First kill for B-Dog.
And B-Dog is the player, whether it's an incredible game or just a relatively average game, we can expect the kills that B-Dog finds to have so much value. On the defensive end, it was slowing down Moist Moguls. On the attack here,
oh boy, we're pushing up hard.
Oh,
perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Possible timing in the world. As
that was the best possible timing in the world. Let's go, Brock.
The IGL for Shopify. So we're even across the board. Look at Brock's positioning here. Hunter Shuri available.
Vic's low as well.
We can talk to him. We say, hey man, they're all lined up for you.
And still now having to be so careful. Losing Dasso, the one player that has been consistently at the top for the set of Shopify, even on that first half when they were struggling a little bit more.
I'm getting nervous.
I'm getting
You lose
nervous.
that information, you lose those flashes.
Thanks for Yusuf Gary.
30
We
seconds
need this
left.
round.
Now it goes down to 30 seconds. We've seen those rounds usually happening a little bit faster. Now having to adapt around it.
And B-Dog's popped the knives. He's thinking that this operator might not be enough.
Big, there you go, Sim.
That's the spike. 13 seconds on the clock. And Moist. Oh, we've got a
huge.
The showstopper eventually. Mata dealt with by the rocket.
Oh shit!
Nice. To try and stall the spike.
Oh fuck! Nice.
Up top and will be dealt with. Sim. Now it's all up to Moose. The paint shell at his feet.
No, behind you! I'm gonna try and signal him.
Gives himself up.
Sending him a Discord message.
It's like when
he
Ghosts
doesn't win it.
Only, like,
but he doesn't want to get in it.
Big.
Thank
God,
we
needed
needed
that round.
for a moment. There was a sliver, a glimpse of hope there for Shopify with the last few seconds on the clock, but Moist steal away the round.
Yeah, our team's nuts.
Yeah, team
just
is
like
filthy.
last week, this round specifically, right? Sim
now just one more.
Big difference maker, reacting so quickly, making sure that the spike goes down in the worst possible timing for this attacking team.
Did you guys surprise me with anything?
No hesitation to use that showstopper. That second and eventually that third. The last time out here for Shopify is a big round for Moist, and they make it happen even after losing a Proto, which honestly, it's so uncharacteristic to see a Proto going down first. He's so careful.
Thanks. No, thank you.
Knowing that he can give all the information to his team, especially in that late round.
And a law-abiding citizen.
Wait, how many? Wait, do you get 2 timeouts per?
They even out and.
Or is it 2 timeouts total?
No, Shopify in a situation that they
didn't want Shopify used a timeout already, so you must get 2 timeouts.
They haven't played this map too many times,
total?
and still.
Yeah.
They would like to take it to.
He's a tier 1 Jordy. You get You get 2 timeouts per map.
Now there's only
one
timeout.
That is
a
a
lot. Proto close to his, but that doesn't help Shopify.
That is a lot of timeouts, actually.
And I think the word to describe the way that Moist looked this week is composed, right? In this
no,
second
we had a
half,
technical timeout. That wasn't us.
From week 3 to week 4, they're in a situation where you say a couple of rounds ago, hey, 2 rounds, that's all you need to close it out, and we've yet to see them take a timeout, right? They're able to hash it out on the server and then take whatever time Shopify gives them to have that conversation.
All right, let's finish it off.
This is going to be that round that eventually does get it done.
Put them in the toilet and flush it.
And he mentioned it a couple rounds ago. The side of Moist, they're so careful on when they're going to use that Rolling Thunder. They know how strong this ultimate by itself is. And they haven't used it. They used so much into that last round, and they're still investing. This is the last.
There you go, Flya.
Let's lap that slap over.
Starting off well.
That slap. No, keep doing it.
2 players there to trade that one back. So 1-for-1 as the IGL is now taking off the board. Moose playing back line here for the team, and he's about to meet Sim. Can't find nothing. Fortunately, Sim not privy to the angle as we look at the aggression here. Once more out towards A-Lane. It's Mata.
Please retake somehow. Oh, God.
Bolt goes through. That gets recalled. Unfortunately, the spray is reeled in. We know Mata.
Maybe a Proto.
Of that spray control.
Thief.
And a Proto now finally allowed that ult.
No.
Out towards mid, who should be noted. Thief
right.
next to go, and it's all up to a Proto here. There's so much
I believe
to
in
worry
miracles.
About. He's vulnerable.
Oh, boy.
He's 1v3. He's taken down. It's Mata. 3 kills on the
Okay,
round.
just
Shopify
one more
by
round
double
is all we need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is gonna have to.
12 to 10 so far, and Shopify
We're around and we've got 2
getting Moist
tries
a
to
little
get.
bit scared.
Yeah, but after this round, they're gonna have to wipe by.
That end up just in a better position. And
So let's just close it out here.
Was that Cypher, right? Positioning that you can take there and make things a little bit closer for Shopify. It is the confidence that they've been looking for.
And that's the Cypher that Shopify play, right? It's not the lurk, it's not the go get some space somewhere. It's, hey, make sure our rear is covered so we can continue to fight forward. And that was such a beautiful showing there in round 22 of
tier 1 Avari.
For this team.
Let's get wet, gentlemen.
Whether it be C-Link or
Guys.
Planted on that site. Their rear was covered with the camera.
Very sodden.
Moose's body, and I mean, with that, yeah, if you're Moist, you have to respect the lead now.
And also, the buy here is tight for Moist. Most of them having light shields, except for Thief, and even him having to get a Spectre is not ideal. He can make things go to overtime if it goes wrong for the defensive side.
Do this for the American people.
Yep. Still sitting on
America
that
needs
well.
this.
Obviously, Fly couldn't get it off in that last round.
America something to believe in.
The real American dream was winning this
or the next
match.
Like you mentioned, Ryan, there's not going to be a whole lot going into the next. Spike's planted, and I mean the defenders a few steps away still.
Yeah, I mean even if it's Rolling Thunder available here, most of the players are going to be towards long. To have to pick and choose those fights early on, and two of them get stunned, but look at that. Just gives him that speed to go back, at least hiding Cubby. All the advantage for Shopify.
Everybody out this way. Somebody's got to try and hop onto the spike, but they know that they're just going to be spammed. Meanwhile, Moose is playing out through mid. B-Dog collects the second kill on the round. Won't quite find the third, but there it is. The linchpin in it. It's Moose to play the
This
lure.
one's going to take a miracle to win this round because it's going to be a fucking
the last round of regulation.
So I'm going to call it. That miracle's name?
And it's tough because the only thing that
calling your shot.
Trying to slow a C push was that Cypher utility. He got shot down with the Trailblazer, he got shot down by the rest of Shopify, and there's nobody else. And again, that Rolling Thunder, that one win condition that we've been talking about for
taking our time out.
But it feels like 4 rounds at this point. It's absolutely nothing. So
we see one big one.
Big potential overtime.
There's a resub.
On the line, unless Moist are
Bros
able to
back.
get a surprise, but it's been so one-sided on the second half.
I can use it. Sure.
It really has.
My teeth are nice.
We look to the last couple of rounds.
There's a prime, Justin.
And Sim is trying to clear every single corner as he works through the lurk. Unfortunately, it's just not the right corner or the right angle. First it was Moose. Last round it was B-Dog with the operator.
Screen.
Make sure that nobody pushes out towards C-Long, which is a great call, right, for Shopify.
Well,
I'm still need to get off that site because of that Rolling Thunder coming their way.
Maybe you need a little.
Then you see it play out perfectly at the end of that round.
Come on.
Keep the 2 players alive that were stunned up.
Let's go, boys.
And now I think
let's get it.
Our economy.
You can have all my power.
I don't fault them
and
for
my
using
chicken.
the Rolling Thunder in that last round because
and he does not part with
weapons
either
are-
easily.
weapons are
Matt's
awful.
fought
Just
many a
it
man
wouldn't
for
have been any
both.
better.
Yeah, you have to. You were just hoping that it was going to be on the B side or A side. Would have made things a little bit easier, but not the case anymore. And round 24, not the best buy for Moist once again. An aggressive push for Shopify.
Let's go, Thief. Let's go, Thief.
It's so
No!
fast. How to Moist
That-
deal with this one? It's a big
oh,
kill. So doing
why,
his feet on the top of the box. He
why?
finds 3 for his team.
Oh,
Deep,
God,
step to
please.
safety. Both players backside.
Oh, the hero!
No way, Deep. What are you doing?
Why?
He gives away the round to Moose.
That was
Okay.
so close, though. 2 kills right at the end for Thief, and not expecting the last one to be so close. Jump pick to get that information, but it was too late. And we go to overtime. Oh, it almost worked out. He almost closed it out.
Wow, yeah. Run it back a few times. Give it to us a few times here. I mean, I get it. Needs the information.
Yeah, and he just done now.
Not again.
Just had no idea. The last person, a lot again. We saw it in.
Probably just like a little over 1,000.
We saw it way back when. It was when Brock was trying to win a 1v2 against B-Dog and Dazzle. Had the spike, was trying to get it planted. But because of the chaos that Shopify Rebellion brought to that round, and then what we just saw in round 24, how do you even make a call out? How could you even note that Moose is there on the site, right? That's why Thief has to try and get some information, because Moose is usually not there. And it didn't seem like that information was passed down the line. I mean, rightfully so, because B-Dog was...
not again. Let's just win the
OT.
OT.
B stands for bananas. That's Bananas Dog right there. I don't know. That's...
We were up 11-5.
So many names.
Please, guys.
His name is so perfect for it. His name is so perfect.
The past 3 weeks now, 4 weeks, the set of Moist, they've gone to overtime on 3 maps, which is absolutely insane. We talked about it. Every single match, every single map that Moist has is so close, and it really doesn't get any closer than this. 12-12. Now they go back to the comfort zone. They go back to the attacking side. But that is after all those rounds where Shopify started reading them better and better into the approach that they had on A. And I mean, look at that. 4 players on this A side for Shopify, fully expecting that push to end up here.
Let's channel what we were doing at the beginning.
Yeah, let's go back to the first 11 round play style
they take a slow approach
of winning
to this first round of overtime, and with this slow approach, it's gonna be met by aggression.
Those were some of my favorite.
3 players this way. B-Dog with the operator, and Sim's
Good
about
peek.
to give it to him.
Oh
no way.
yeah.
Sim finds the tag, but Vic and Mono
Oh
are
boy.
here, and they just rinsed. It's Shopify's round in OT.
Completely destroyed so well. Red, they knew the owl drone was already invested, so they could push forward on the defensive side. And look at their results. Something that we didn't see before. For the set of Moist, everybody pushing together on the A side, and Red perfectly by the side of Shopify. What a good timing for them to push up and be able to get that round. Turning things around finally. And now 1 more to close out. A map that
Alright, let's get it back.
More than anything.
And I think we also have to mention the regulation conditioning from Shopify that if the op is there, it's usually the only person. So they are not expecting anybody else, especially not 2 more, Enmata and Vic, to be there with B-Dog.
I transferred.
I mean, and you have no other way to clear up close on A long after the drone gets invested. I mean, what a good round that we just saw for the set of Shopify. And this is where Moist are gonna have to deal with the pressure, and they're used to it. They're used to these closed maps, closed matches, but not like this.
Maybe just give us this goofy roll round.
And this is what
give us this silly
having that
little
double
round.
duelist in the Neon allows you to do. But I think Moist are reading in. No, they're not. I thought the defenders were rotating off, but instead they're giving up the site and expecting it to be a C hit. Meanwhile, you still have a full-fledged attack because of your jet and the rest of the team out towards A. Top is Drunk. Fly it down low, and he'll be dealt with a 1-for-1 trade. Cloudburst is out. 8 shells to try and delay, and Vic is just in a world of hurt. It's Sim to collect it. The spike on down. It's B-Dog, though, does it again. 3 kills. Now the knives available.
There we go, Proto.
And time is of the essence. Unfortunately, Dazzle has just about run out of it with 8 seconds left on the clock. He's tagged up.
Thank you, Proto.
Excuse me, the camera. And a Proto matches 3K for 3K, and we go again here in overtime.
B-Dog having some insane heroics into that round.
Got it in ya.
And he's been doing that constantly, especially the second half. Is B-Dog fighting, managing to get 1, 2, sometimes those 3 kills to get that side control.
No, 2 more of those.
Almost makes it happen, but Proto holding strong all the way until the end. We get to see at least 2 more rounds in a map that has been so back and forth.
Who sings that? I can.
10.
Yeah, true.
10 more rounds.
That was a
There's
good
an
remix
operator,
too.
by the way, for B-Dog on the attacking side, letting themselves know early on in this A side.
Yeah, how about all 10 players here on this part of the map pushing through
That
the smoke?
went south very
Moist,
quick indeed.
Again, completely unexpected. Cannot get a read.
Oh, wait.
Defense. We're back and forth though, and somehow
Come on,
it's
Thief,
only the
please be
controllers.
clutch.
The
Tell me it's in your
chaos
blood.
again. It usually goes away if Shopify
Thank
was
God.
the
There
effect
it
to get
is.
done.
One
They're
more.
scared to do it this time
One
around.
more.
Gets a second chance.
Match point.
Or this 1v1s right at the end of the rounds.
That was
this time around
chaotic.
closes
You
it
lost
out
a couple early
for
and then
Moist.
brought it back into
Get
the
to
chaos.
14, but
I love you. Give us the free cam, because what was going on this entire round?
Yeah.
it's timed out so well.
All right, now we lock it down and we say thanks for shopping, but the store is closed.
That quick position.
And we're not working
They
overtime.
wanted to take.
Sim has proved his worth being more than nuts player. Yeah, Sim is disgusting.
Sim is disgusting.
This time Shopify, they're playing the entirety of the map here. Feint out towards garage. Look at this op, man. B-Dog is so crazy.
So much more difficult though.
So stoic.
Nobody up close and see that side for utility.
That
And to get
like
spotted. It's not the first time that they do this. So they know that C side is gonna be clear.
Oh, no.
Potential retake coming through.
Oh god, no.
How do they pilot
No.
Not even
he
flash
gets
his
three
Moose, he
either.
collects two, and he's not done just yet. There's the
my
third.
god.
Meanwhile, the flank is about to get some value as Mana
Yeah,
pushes
what a
up. There's
disastrous
B-Dog with
round.
the op. And once more, it's OT3.
All right, back to square.
Nobody wanting to let go. 14-14, and we keep going. Between the two teams, again, talking about Moist and the amount of ultimates that they had.
All right, so I just...
The one that really won the distance was a 13-15 that they lost against Turtle Troop last week.
What if we win
So this one is already going to be even longer than that.
I think we then would win the match.
Maybe.
As both of the teams
You're
try to
actually
close it
onto
out.
something.
Oh my god, could you imagine me in there?
And B-Dog still, I mean, committed to his operator.
I would tell him, no, go out here, there's some... Oh!
There's not going to be anybody close on the T side though. Vada going down.
There you go, Sim.
Man, Sim needed this round. Operator finally will deal with this reign of terror from the Rays. Fault lines there. Dad's gonna get caught on the cross, and now it's all up
Last
to
guy's
B-Dog.
off.
Sim, two huge
Don't show
kills
for
here.
the
I
op.
feel like it's been
Thanks
so
for
long
pizza.
since we've seen a
Don't let
first
him
kill
see
from
ya.
the Rays.
If he can see
Yeah.
ya, he can shoot ya.
True.
Wait, it's like
If you're
they know.
B-Dog,
He
I mean, you can't
doesn't know.
really afford to pick up a rifle here
Don't
just
you
because
peek
obviously the
that.
sound
Don't
cue,
peek
but
it. Don't peek it. You don't need to.
No peek it. No peek it. No peek
Now you can. Now you can.
No, don't peek it.
So instead, Blades just around the corner, up close and personal.
All right, one
sits him
more.
down.
They're running your
Moist
play,
grabbed
Matt.
the first
They're
round.
running your play.
I'm feeling good. I got the food in me.
Switching sides.
Danny, finish the
Match
food.
point.
Okay.
A couple times in a row now.
Sorry.
We need you powered up.
And you can see the
That's
conversation that we had at the beginning,
yeah,
right before this
I'll
map
get it
even
on this.
started,
coach
between
all of our
B-Dog
teams.
and
Yeah, no,
Sim.
you've got
Look
some
at how
good
close
plays,
they are.
really.
26 kills and 25 kills,
Fighting
fighting so hard to keep the teams
I
alive.
think you've got valuable
And try
insight.
to be the difference makers, but like you said, we haven't seen those first kills coming in for Sim
All right, boys. So what
every
we're gonna
single
do here?
time. It seems like B-Dog has
What are
been
we doing?
keeping
What are we
it
doing?
consistent. And now,
Matt,
opting for a
you need to
rifle
play.
again.
All right, so we're gonna take the bomb.
We're gonna win.
and
And
we're
I
gonna
love
plant the
this here,
bomb on A.
Shopify.
I've got.
I mean, they're
That's some
stunted in this.
bad news, Matt.
Excuse me,
What?
Moist
We're
is stunted.
defending big
Shopify, they take
Shopify's
care
so
of the door.
the
aggressive.
color switch. Wait, no, look at.
Yeah, you swap around.
Yeah,
round
Matt.
you swap.
It's an
Yeah,
OT.
Moist wanted to meet that with some of their own, but
I know, but
I
look
mean,
at
now
my screen.
everything is spammable out towards mid.
They're
It's terrifying.
showing red here, but blue here.
You're looking. That's Shopify, Matt.
Yes, blue, but we're blue
Oh,
here.
no,
Oh,
the
oh,
timing
I see
there,
what you're
util
looking at.
out
I see
and
what you're
it's
looking
Sim
at.
Again, deep to match, but Dazzle gets him
Please,
right
Sim.
back and he sneaks away.
Even.
Low HP, sure, but he'll survive. And
All right,
the
guys,
numbers
we're not gonna
remain
let
even
them
here.
I changed my.
And
Coach
once
is on
again,
the same
both of the
page. I
teams
know which way
expecting
we're
that
going.
aggression,
Matt's
but
on the
seeing
horn.
who's
Matt's on the horn.
the one that's gonna go for that commitment first. And it ends up on the
Maybe
3v3.
Muku.
The side of
Big
Shopify
retake here.
being closer to close out this map.
Got a big, long, a
It's
far
probably gonna get
rotate.
planted.
We got a far
And
rotate,
the
but we
rating
got
down for
land.
Moist gets a lot harder. Seekers available too, gonna get spotted.
Yeah, that's
Right.
tough. That confirms that
Big
there's
retake.
absolutely no flank here. And Brock, I mean, Brock just had to bide his time.
Oh,
right? Had to wait
grenade.
for his teammates
That's your
to
entry?
rotate over. Paint shells
Okay.
into
Got
hell.
one.
That'll try
Trade
to
this.
push out
Trade,
one.
very nice.
Dazzle
Okay,
collects a
Brock.
third onto the round.
There you go,
They're
Brock.
trade,
One
and
more,
Moist
one
are
more.
looking to do
Somebody
it right
watch
here.
while the
They
other
want Haven to be
fakes.
over, and they want it to
Make
be
'em
done.
peek.
Pulling them in.
Brock to
All right,
tap
we gotta
onto the
do
spike.
more than a tap now.
A pull on the
Yeah,
ground.
we got to
well.
tap on that
And
pretty
Vic
soon.
now has to try and get it done.
Oh, no.
Another tap, but where's
No,
the
yes.
Towards long. Vic deals with one.
That's
auto
so
hops
clutch.
on.
Let's
Vic
go.
gets it done. To defuse the spike, and Moist have
Is that our
done
first
it.
game win of
We go
Moist?
deep.
Yeah.
We go 30.
Valorant?
But the
It
map
is.
there.
That's big. Good
That
work,
is big.
And
boys.
so
Good
Great
work.
work,
so
great
back and
work.
forth, especially for the
We took the
three
long road to
teams
get
that
there,
we
but we got
see, but
there.
Not the right screen.
closed out at the end.
The series or
But I mean,
I would love if we were just.
This is why, even from the beginning of this matchup, we talked about potentially seeing those 3 maps because of how
they need you on the horn.
And how good of a matchup this is between Shopify and Moist.
Yeah.
Reading each other so well, trying to match that aggression, trying to bring surprise factor every single time. That being the operator, that being early aggression between the two. But at the end, is Moist able to close it out.
And we really started. This is the first time that we're seeing Shopify with this composition here in Challengers.
It's literally any professional level game ever.
It's crazy how everyone in your chat turns into like a top level player.
Yeah, unfortunately, you know, when it comes down to the wire, I guess when you look at it, and not finding as much success, I think, as they would have hoped for on their defense, right? In 8-4 half, they matched that on the opposite side. But you pick up a couple more. I'm going to say it again, onesies and twosies. And onesies and twosies is what beats Moist. You can't give them the onesies and twosies, and that's what Shopify did. That's the TLDR of what I was just saying.
Thanks, Resub Garlic.
MXM is Moist, yeah. It's the Moist Moguls.
Yeah. I mean, it's just insane that we get to have such back and forth between the two. And now we get to hear once again from Bach and how you have to leave those matches, right? Because we talked about Shopify, we talked about Moist, and that's the thing that we mentioned. Or Shopify has never been consistent enough to guarantee those 2 O's, and now they have to fight it a little bit more.
It's definitely
that
like
they do, and with the Moist win here, that vacation on map 3 Lotus looks a bit more doable. We still have some things, some packing to do. We gotta go make sure that we grab all of our travel gear and our hygienics to make sure that Lotus can be on the docket. But that is map 3. Map 2 will be Fracture. It's a good one for Shopify, but do they come back from this one?
It's really messing with me.
Yeah, they could be using the NVIDIA software.
What is this?
Thanks to Sabwali and Rod.
Normal?
Where's our little screen?
I don't know.
A professional FPS player. It's whatever comfortable. I mostly play card games, and it's just very relaxed. My mouse grip, it's just, I have a normal mouse grip, just in between claw and palm, just like normal.
I palm it. I feel like I really grip it pretty hard, and I feel like it's funny because I know when I'm like feeling good with my mouse grip because it literally feels like I'm not holding anything, even though I'm gripping it really hard, and that's when I know my aim's like really good. My mouse grip is just like a palm grip. Like I just put my whole hand on it. I don't have any like bends and stuff like that. So
Valen talk twice, and he always looks so nice.
The only way I can describe it is Twist from FaZe in Counter-Strike. I hold my mouse the same as him, but I didn't copy him. It's just like, that's just how I did it. And then randomly I watched a video of how Twist holds his mouse, and I was like, wait, that's exactly how I hold it. And I remember the first time I boot camped with my team, and they saw how I hold my mouse. Everyone was like, what the f is that? Like it's very random.
I'd just say my mouse grip is like a palm claw like hybrid, just because like I like to have the edge of my palm and like the edge of my fingertips on it, but not like my whole hand, if that makes sense. So I guess that's like a claw.
My mouse grip, it varies like dependent on the day, but I think I'm just a claw grip kind of person.
Another fucking fat one.
Like
Thank you, Rod.
Hybrid grip between like a
appreciate the generosity.
Like I don't like claw it fully. I keep my hand kind of close to my mouse, so definitely like a hybrid palm claw grip. Mouse, I honestly switch a lot because I use like many mice. Like sometimes I get bored and I
He's
switch.
a Prime Drake in the resub, Percy. I bet you $1 million they don't have any Moist players on here.
But
they never do.
Sometimes I am using a fingertip if I get bored.
Unbelievable.
Mouse grip, I pretty like basic claw grip. It's nothing special.
There's a grudge against Moist in the industry.
Between also a good palm and claw, so I just kind of shove the mouse into my palm.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they know we're too good and everything of the esports we're in. And everyone hates us for it.
That's true.
With eBay Refurbished, you have a choice of refurbished qualities to best fit your budget. Certified refurbished items are restored by the manufacturer to like new for up to 50% off. This drill was barely out of the box. Soon it will be back to working like new. Here's how it works. Every item is carefully inspected. Any imperfections are fixed by the manufacturer or manufacturer-approved vendor.
Yeah, we don't have the pirate ads, but we have some really good old-fashioned Twitch
Once
ones.
it passes inspection, it's given the verified stamp of approval. then repackaged with new accessories and shipped to its ultimate destination. With certified refurbished, you can shop with confidence because all our manufacturers go through a rigorous vetting process. And every
the moist jerseys go hard. Yeah, they do.
Warranty, a money-back guarantee, and hassle-free returns. That's what makes it the smart way to shop for premium brands. eBay Refurbished. Like new products, better than new prices.
Okay.
We should just 13-0 them on this one.
Oh, I would like that. That would be fantastic.
Don't they know we have a raid?
Yeah, let's put them to bed quickly so we can finish the raid in a decent time. It's what, 5 o'clock? Let's have a quick 30-minute match, 13-0. Shake their hand, then we can finish the raid by maybe 7 or 8.
Sounds good to me.
Do you remember how long the intermissions are? Because I do not.
About 45 minutes?
Yeah. I'm kidding.
Scared me for a second. I actually just...
Usually like 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Like that.
Okay. Just ordered all of God Slap. Super excited. Fuck yeah, man. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks to Prime Doom.
That's cool that he went to godslapbook.com or clicked the Godslap panel under the stream to get the new issue 3 that just released. How many issues are there going to be? 1 billion.
Thanks to the resub, Havoc.
And welcome back to Knights Arena Valorant Challengers North America. The first split has gone through the first 3 weeks somewhat predictably at times, but that first map was not how I expected it to go, because that's a map that, in theory, should have favored Moist Moguls so much better than it ends up being in their favor. Tanner, I look at that and I see a 16-14
really
overtime score. I actually thought, okay, like 13-6. I thought we were going to get back-to-back hammerings here. I thought Moist was going to come out swinging. Close game. Shopify bring it back there on the attacking side.
Well, so that's the Moist way. We stick to the script here. We know that Moist likes to have close games. They refuse to have a blowout game. But yeah, I thought, again, the way that map looked leading into it for Moist Moguls, it should have been, I think, a little bit stronger. I don't think they were expecting Shopify to really change things up, though. Not that anybody's really counter-stratting based off of, direct agent compositions, but this was a different Shopify than we saw previously. It took a little bit for them to get started, and I think that's ultimately why we see them let this map slip away. But a few more officials with the G2 comp that they're running, and I think Shopify is in the running for one of the stronger Haven teams. Meanwhile, Moist, I think they've got heaps of momentum, especially the way that those last couple of rounds, I say last couple, but the 6 that we got in overtime, I mean, that was insane.
Because
it's really just attacking side
they
versus defense side. That's the problem.
I think there's a conspiracy against us.
Subpar defense.
Thanks,
If you actually look at the numbers on the attacking side,
and Fighter.
3 players sitting pretty high in the ADR category. On the defense, neither team had a player break 140 ADR, whereas on the attacking side, 3 players from both teams managed to pull that one off. So it's definitely more of an attack-sided affair, which is sometimes par for the course. But it did seem like Moist Moguls had that game in their hands, and then they almost fumbled it away, Dryad.
Yeah, it's such a big difference between that first half that we saw being a little bit more one-sided and that second half where things were just going wrong. And I feel like it comes down to those 2 players that we're looking at right now, Sim and B-Dog. And Sim, having a really good performance towards the end and being able to close it out, but B-Dog getting so many of those first kills, relying so much more on the operator and guaranteeing that teams are at least going to be even in those numbers early on, or they would going to be benefited. So that's why it goes to overtime. It is something that Moist, even though they're aware of, they can't always shut down the way that they would like to, and it's going to be even more scary as we go into that map too.
And to caveat on that, right? And I'm going to do it. I'm Tanner, onesies and twosies Metro now. I've said it a few times where, again, if you're Moist, it always comes down to that. It always comes down to 2 rounds, 3 rounds, 4 rounds, right? The biggest discrepancy we've seen is 5 rounds in their losses. Yeah. When you look at our first kills, they're tied, right? Between our duelists and B-Dog and Sim coming into this one. The first deaths, right? There's a couple more first deaths on the side of Sim.
Let's play
if you
football.
Don't have those first deaths,
nah,
then,
we don't do that here. We play basketball.
13-9 in favor of Moist Moguls instead of 2 more rounds, quite possibly going the way of Shopify, getting us into overtime. So it's just shoring up those little things. I'm wondering how much Sim feels he really has to perform, because he put up 34 on Pearl the other day. And he set the bar so high for him to maybe think that he needs to do more than he actually does.
Please never say "if you're moist" on broadcast ever again.
Did I say that?
You said that. You said "if you're moist," like referring.
Wait, I wasn't.
Amen, brother.
You said it. It was like,
we are moist.
Gross.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's take a look at
the
maps, just so you guys can get a reminder.
He's making it sexual for some reason.
Next, but we've been talking about that third map in Lotus, because Fracture is a map that does favor Shopify to an extent. Again, we were talking about it at the break. Transitive property math. If A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C. Like, that's the theory. So Moist Moguls struggled against Turtle Troop. They lost in overtime on Fracture. Shopify Rebbelion walloped Turtle Troop on Fracture. So in theory, they should do better here on Fracture. And it is a map that they have favored for a while here, Dryad. So the assumption is that we're going to that third map.
Arizona?
We talked
shit,
about
they got
I'm expecting to see that third map, but also things can go wrong very quickly for both of the teams. And I also wouldn't be surprised with a really close map victory for the side of Moist. I mean, we're always expecting it to be close with this team, but on Fracture, I feel like it's more likely, knowing how strong it has looked in some scenarios for the side of Shopify.
I don't like Fracture.
And I also want to mention quickly that the Turtle Troop that Moist lost to versus the Turtle Troop that Shopify beat. I mean, this is the juiced Turtle Troop, and they go into overtime against them, that being Moist. Versus
Fracture wasn't our pick. We don't like Fracture, but we performed really well on it, but we were up 12-8 and then lost.
Well, map 2 is just about ready.
The next map was our pick.
Is live. I'll go ahead and give it to you guys, and you can jump into the second map. See if we will potentially go to Lotus. Take it away.
Lud
I thought I knew it, and then you convinced me otherwise.
He said it so confidently that
I would love to be spoiled. And Dryad, you were talking about.
I can't remember if Lud said they like or don't like Fracture.
So that's what we're here for.
That's fine.
We only get that. It's kind of insane. I feel like it's
the prime Galliant and resub Pratty.
Part of our destiny for today. So so get ready, because this is only the first match of the day. That's all I can say.
We do have another one following this. We kind of alluded to it at the start of the show that this matchup does have implications towards what the groups look like for the next matchup even. I think most importantly, Shopify are looking at a difficult week 5. They've got G2 Esports next week, so they need to get it done here on Fracture, and they need to show us something crazy on Lotus as we completely lock in, and I love that teams have adopted this, right? The sky on this map, Flya is going to it.
And another thing that catches my attention here is a little bit of a change coming through for Shopify. Now for the second time today, changing around especially that Killjoy. And I remember talking about it with you a couple weeks ago.
What is that about?
I actually prefer to see this Killjoy here. I feel like it has so much potential with, obviously, not only the lockdown that has been a topic of conversation for a while, but also the way that you're able to shut down and hold down a site completely. This is not going to be the story early on, because Shopify going to start on this attacking side and be a north side approach here. 4-1 with only that Killjoy that I mentioned.
Sim's just going to turn around and click fucking 4 heads there.
All 5 defenders are here. It's full retake.
Oh, God.
Anywhere else. And well, technically full retake here, but the defenders are already reared up and ready to go. Sim with the dash online. Going to work his way through.
Oh, boy.
Sky smoke here. Mana and Daz will pick up a few, and it's Shopify aggressive here in the pistol round. And they're showing their proficiency here on this map of Fracture, and near flawless to take the first round.
It's not Shopify if they don't play aggressive on that pistol round. It's just every single time, and it's a good opportunity, right, for them to shine and surprise at a Moist a little bit more, even though I was expecting the positionings.
Got the shotgun coming out a little early.
Just a little bit better with that approach that they had 4-1 early on. Yeah. You can expect a little bit more in the future, and even on this round, just changing things around. Look at the buy as well for Shopify.
Yeah, that not only screams a very strong map here, but or a very strong round, excuse me, but a very strong bonus going into the next, depending on what they hang on to.
Oh, be careful,
Sim. They're expecting aggression, something crazy. Turret for information. Moose just gonna get out of dodge. Won't be able to retrieve that turret just under a minute. I also want to talk about we don't get the Brim Dog like we normally do here. Comfortability on the Jet double duelist. Shopify really kind of sticking to their what seem like strengths and having B-Dog on this Jet.
Yeah.
I don't know if Moist is, I don't know if this is the Shopify that Moist prepared for.
Maybe this isn't a Moist that Shopify prepared for.
The exact same scenario as that last map, right? It's a new composition, but you're still able to
two sides.
In time, at least to be able
Every
to close
dog
out
has
the
its
map,
day.
even
Are
if
we sure that
you're not
Shopify
fully
has
expecting
electricity
this
where they're
composition
playing?
coming through with Nada B-Dog.
I heard that Moist doesn't have hands.
Yeah, what catches my attention here is the buy. Should be strong for this round and the next one for Shopify with 3 rifles in their hands.
I feel a big play from Flya here with that Bucky in a second.
On the side of Moist.
I'm blind.
And this is the change that we see in that composition, right? Post-plant is this much more pertinent. Obviously, in this round, they just want to hang on to their weapons, not give up anything for free. Sim gonna take one with them. That classic proficiency showing off there. While 2 more here. Okay, things are getting weird. Let's not lose those weapons. All right, they'll be allowed the alt orb. We'll see if B-Dog survives, and he does. It's all right. 3 of those rifles, well, the 3 rifles are going to be brought into this next bonus round. And this is what we talked about, how the potency of this next one, if they win that round and they do so near flawlessly.
It's a save round.
And last time that I saw this composition was actually pretty recent. That lock-in tournament, it was Loud playing it. And fighting with this double duelist, which seems very situational, right? Very adapted to the team, and for Shopify, it just seems perfect, right? When you can have B-Dog with the operator eventually, you can have Mata going for that aggression, that entry to sight. And now, even though that full buy that they have for round number 3.
And this is where we get, this is the meat and potatoes of Fracture. 3 rounds in, full buy.
Get them all.
Across the board, and this is supposed to be the bonus, but it's a very strong one here for Shopify. Cloudburster down both
nice.
Brock and Sim make work of it. Sim wants more, unfortunately. Only allotted 2 kills on it. But Moist still a player ahead. Dazzle tossed out that flash. B-Dog trying to play Paranoia. Ooh. Okay, Trailblazer dealt with.
Okay,
and now no real information as to where these 2 attackers are headed.
Dazzle and B-Dog.
Right you are, coach.
With a good amount of damage as well taken by B-Dog, 46 HP. So, gonna have to depend a little bit more on Dazzle, and this is a perfect combination, right? If you have 2 players alive, there's not a Shopify. For a 2v3, definitely want it to be these 2.
30 seconds left.
They're just playing it safe. They didn't want to fight on point for
I'm saying they thought they were all going to be there.
Aggressive position. We'll see if they're expecting B-Dog here. He's only got 46 HP.
Oh, Jesus, all right.
Dazzle, what a peek, but immediately traded out, and now it is all.
Oh, no.
Corners, there's the next kill.
Woof. Clutch.
Down to the wire once more, but it's Thief to win it out in the 1v1. And Thief is righting all of the wrongs made on Haven in these clutch situations. I'll put another, or put 1 on the board.
I'm good, thank you.
I got some.
Anyone getting hungry?
It is close, right? But the rifles bought.
Well, not really.
That 3v2 initially, and it seems like B-Dog was about to make it happen. The smoke deny his visibility for a second, and with that, it's a perfect opportunity for Moist to take advantage and win that round. Shopify on this attacking side with a Run Thunder. Now going for a site that we haven't seen so far. And they can play it fast.
speed on the other side. We want to get the blades here for Sim. Balancing the economy here. We'll have a weapon. This setup is to stop the players.
Ooh, there you go.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
the anti-air knives.
Only one comes out of that one alive, and it's
very good.
Some more. There's Vic down and the spike to
Here we are. Here we are.
Proto leaves his perch
fucking man spreading on him.
He takes 2 lives with him. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Close it out.
And Moose. I mean, the economy is rough. This is an awkward situation to be in. You really have to overextend to get that spike.
An uncomfortable one, yeah. Has to back up in a 1v4 more than anything else. An approach on that B side that
calling my bot.
We haven't seen before, and it's still read so well. And that is the role of a Proto on this B side, getting that information and enabling the rest of the team to get in those quick positions to shut down the aggressive push that Shopify is going to bring to them.
30 seconds left.
So many times. And that's why that last map got so close, right? When B-Dog was trying to play aggressive, trying to go in. And it was so back and forth between the times that he was going to win those duels and the times that it was going to be completely expected by Moist.
And you see how important it is for Moist to hang on to their weapons too. So reserved. And just, let's sit on the spike. Let's not go on the hunt. It's fine if they keep that weapon as long as that means that we get to do the same. The economy for Flya, they'll be able to reinvest. Sim, worst case scenario, also could have dropped the weapon for Flya should they need it here. But a solid round, and it starts like this where B-Dog, I mean, B-Dog wasn't even expecting, but was just met updraft for updraft. Meanwhile, again, just the chaos on the site.
Yeah,
Mata was trying to tuck away. And
good for us.
This goes here. Well, the Proto did a Proto thing. That's what that guy's known for, finding heads.
Absolutely.
Even
since the first time that we got to see this team, right? There's been a good amount of changes for Shopify.
Gun away.
And how much more complex they've gotten when it comes down to how they're going to approach those attacking rounds. And some of them become a little bit more aggressive, like that last one. This one is safe, though, for that spike to get planted. They're running Guzzler more than anything else. They have all the post-plan utility here.
Oh, and the dog spotted Dazzle. He was trying to tuck inside the smoke, so that Rolling Thunder gone. B-Dog, however, brought Blades into this one and gets 2 kills with it. Flash on through, and he's not met. He's inside the sky smoke. Dash away for Paranoia. Some problems here. Overstrike comes out. Proto gets that one halfway. What more do they have to play with here? Now they'll have to try to take this fight. Mata first to go down.
Got a little spooky, but we figured it out.
It got a little hairy.
And well, with that spike being halfway, there is time on the clock. And Moist showing their strengths here in the retake on Fracture.
It wasn't the best economy here for Shopify, but they definitely had a chance into it. With those ultimates available in B-Dog as well, making some heroics happen. But it doesn't matter. Moist now taking the lead 3-2.
Thanks, resub bin soon.
In a round where they're going to be even more enabled, and that is how you have to play against Shopify, being so reactive on where that aggression is going to come from. As it is again that 4-1 only moves at the bottom.
Oh, that was close.
Oh, they know it, but it doesn't matter.
Vic off to a hot start here. That's a great way to get started in the round when you want to play aggressive.
Almost had that.
Two players spotted, but Flya gives himself up.
Rough spot. Yeah.
Now all 3 defenders working their way through the spawn. I mean, this is not a great situation to be in. Vic will be met on the cross.
Well.
Hand here for B-Dog. Rolling Thunder comes through. Up into tower he'll go. So both duelists look to play this position, and that Rolling Thunder buys just enough time for those rotations. No way. Thief allowed to survive. B-Dog uncharacteristic. This is the shot. Meanwhile, Dazzle playing out towards Arcade. There's 3 players this way, and it's those 3 players that are starting to get the kills. Steve can only hope to do some damage to the economy. There's no way out for this Brimstone.
Nothing to do as things get even once again.
Telling your parents.
And Shopify is able to fight back. I remember so well when Shopify, on that week number 1, And the one time that they had to face Turtle Troop where they won 13-2 on this map, they
grabs
had
him by the ear.
this B site so well controlled once they took it.
Probably not.
It was just the use of utility. Now, even with a different composition, they're able to do exactly the same. You have the Raze utility by itself is strong and a good rotation of ultimates to work with, but the biggest concern here is gonna be Sim. Now with the operator, something that we haven't seen too much of today, but I'm so sorry. That's
back-to-back op rounds. Not looking good.
You shouldn't have said anything, Sim. Immediately punished Dryad. There was a cloud looming above his head as she mentioned his name, and he gets struck by lightning.
I don't think anybody can hear.
No way. I'm so sorry, Sim.
Well, and it's impressive by B-Dog, right? With the Phantom.
Yeah,
absolutely. They beat him on the angle, too, Sim. All alone, a little too scared.
Oh, there you go, Brock. There you go, Brock.
Forward, all alone. It's B-Dog. Both duelists now.
Evened it up.
Brock takes control of top side. Eventually, Thief forced to concede bottom site. Shopify to get that spike planted, and they have so many tools here in the post. Not only a player ahead, but util aplenty. Violet Seekers, the Proto, toss out the hat. We'll find the information, but I mean, what does that do for you? Beautiful pop flash needs a turnaround in 180 for both.
That is what they say.
He only gets one. Shopify reclaim their lead.
They take it by 2 rounds now. Shopify with, I mean, you can tell that they've been really preparing this map. This is their map choice. And last week it looked a little bit different because Shopify actually decided to choose Lotus against FaZe, and it just did not go their way at all. So they go back to that comfort zone of Fracture that they've always had. And is giving them their results. It looks a lot more complex. It looks like they're implementing that A side more often than not. And we can get to see that evolution that they've had from that week number 1 all the way to now.
Let's pick up some stinky shit
We
here,
trade
please.
aggression on the top side for 5-stack push.
Lockdown.
Be careful, fly up.
Bottom side, yeah. Moose wants to play this position. Moist know this, right? This is
Good
where you
shit,
you're gonna alt B, and with nothing out towards A.
Yep.
Moose is gone. Lockdown is gone. And Moist trying to queue up the 4th round for themselves. Rolling Thunder, out comes the orbital strike behind it, but they beat the util. Proto trades a kill back. Gonna get one. They trade it back though, and Vic goes huge with his ultimate.
Yeah.
Now Brock has to try and hang on.
Yeah, that fell
the
apart.
sole player
so
left
quick.
for Moist. This was supposed to be
It is doable.
their
Let's go,
round.
Brock.
As soon as they dealt with Moose, the player advantage.
Has the spike closed though? It never got planted. So there's 1v2 is possible that with Mad and B-Dog.
Brock, they don't know
you're
there.
Oh wait, Brock's got a good.
Those are
Brock's
not
got a
the
good
players you want to
spot.
go against.
And does he expect both of them?
I think he knows.
here
Does he
in this
know?
position?
No, he doesn't know.
30
He
seconds
knows.
left.
No.
Wait, I'm in his head now. I hear his
Util
thoughts.
aplenty.
Oh.
Misses out on the timing, crosses away.
Okay,
Now
he
maybe
does the
Brock
reach
will
round.
take this position up atop tower with 20 seconds on the clock.
Nice reset.
You want to go to A Dryad?
They're going to the other side.
Maybe they just run out of time.
Has to
Wait, no,
run it
they're
down.
coming
No,
back.
but it's a wraparound, actually.
Brock, wait.
Trying to
hide.
catch up.
Brock.
Hide your little feetsies.
He's got util.
Yeah, I got him.
On
Yes.
the plant. That's the spike down.
What
That's
a
the round.
what a
play.
How?
Brock,
I
you're
don't even know
nuts.
if it was
And he gets the kill after time.
That's so big.
Clutch goes away.
That was
And we're all tied up
what
at
a
4.
play.
That was a
For
huge
both
play.
teams, just the timing not really there. Initially, it was Brock
It was my
trying to
song
go
that
around it
fueled
and
him on.
missing both of the players as they got the spike. But then they never knew where Brock was, didn't make any sound, didn't use anything at all. So they waste enough time and
Yeah, that was big.
make things even again. 4-4.
I also love the decision to spray instead of aftershock, just because that could have given enough time for that spike to get planted.
Yeah.
No time in this round, though. No
Jesus.
time. Hot on their heels are Shopify. Pushing forward.
No.
Gonna dash all the way through. Beautiful fault line.
Yeah,
B-Dog.
he didn't. I think
Unaffected.
he got
Mana,
confused on who
however,
to go
was.
for.
He did. He couldn't
Fortunately,
make
that
up his
jet
mind.
there to bail him out. And
That's
they'll
always the
take
worst
this space
situation.
up top dish. Look at this 5-point
You have so much on your plate, you don't know what to
Essentially
eat
across the map,
first.
just missing a player inside main, and with that Moist are headed for the hills, Dryad.
Gotta start
I always
with the
do go
veggies.
from my least favorite
Wow.
to my favorite thing on the plate, usually.
Really?
I do. Veggies first.
If you would have told me that we'd have been 4-4 9 rounds into this game, I'd have believed you.
Thanks to Prime
I'd have believed
EC.
you. The back and forth between these two teams has been so insane.
I'm telling you, every map for Moist is so close. And it comes down even to the first half, so back and forth between the two.
Yeah.
Don't see that
just
very
those
much.
mental games at the end to make a difference. Where that last round, especially
we
the
just
second half of that last round,
I guess weren't in a good
so
position at all for
slowly by
that.
the last 3 players alive, and this
Thanks to
one,
Prime.
complete change of pace for Shopify. So fast into A, get that spike planted, no chances, no opportunities to get anything else done.
And quite literally, a back and forth. I think what is impressive here is that round 3 win from Moist to help keep them in this game. It was that full buy bonus from Shopify where they came into round 3 with so much economy, so many credits to be able to buy into the rounds following. It was anything but a bonus round. Our first true rifle versus rifle, and Moist come out on top and then put together a few more. But they are trailing by 1 here. You know, the Blades moves still with that lockdown. They haven't quite been able to find it. And there it is. Finally goes down. Now these players got to get off this B site.
Everyone's in the circle.
Last time, 2 rounds ago, as Moose was trying to get that lockdown down, it just got shot down by the aggression once again. But
come on, Sim, stand strong.
To wait to buy that time and still.
Like butter, baby.
Actually manages to get 2 of the players can. They get 1 more here. It's gonna be time up. The spike is gonna be planted.
And Thief just can't even move. Is stuck in the spawn here. Sim is trying to bail him out.
Maybe
side
Sim
of the map, but
bails him out.
Just nothing for him. Once more, looks like Moist gonna back away, concede the round.
Yeah, looks like it.
This when he gets.
I gotta tell you, on the last round, that 4 save instead of trying to retake.
Trying to match.
Is a little confusing.
Shopify trying to go for the straights
but
and
I'm not the coach.
having
you
only
are,
a couple players remaining to be able to fight back.
I think it was a great play.
Okay. If you think so.
And once again, Shopify, they're able to get ahead by 2, but
that's it. You can't say it was a bad decision based on how the next round goes because they didn't know that when they were making the decision.
But you see, I have that intel now.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I would say that they also have that intel, so they might, you know,
that's a good point.
It could have gone differently, you know.
You're making strong arguments.
Go back to like when I used to play basketball.
I think it's terrifying to think about what it took in that round.
Wanted to make it more
to get it done. It was only the lockdown, right? They didn't have to layer heaps of ultimates, and it makes you think, right? The next time Moose,
but they're making a good point.
You should have
just make the shot.
How do Moist?
I mean, that's all you have to do is make the shot. Big round, Sim coin.
Oh, that was close.
Sim. This is a bit more than maybe you can handle here. 3 players to swing those knives. They don't land, but Sim is allowed to survive.
Just at a Moist, they really need this round here. They got 3 rifles. But you can see how uncomfortable that buy is. Those light shields, the Blade Storm being invested and hoping to get that opening kill doesn't happen.
And there's only 2 blades left. Sim has to be perfect.
No.
Not gonna be.
Near perfect. But near perfect was not enough. So the blades are down.
Thief.
The rest of the buy a couple of rifles. Okay, Bulldog. Dazzle snuck up undetected, but Thief doing good to clear his corners. So all said and done. A 1-for-1 trade, and that was a big ultimate, right? To take this site, Rolling Thunder was available.
This squad really does kind of roll out like 4 deep
half
on this map.
There's not too much to invest.
Oh,
here,
watch out, Brock.
The last 20 seconds remaining.
Huge.
The defensive side. The kills have to be enough.
Nice Proto.
They're trying to put up a fight.
Come on, Flyer.
1v2. Flyer, the last one here.
Plant on your left. Plant on your left.
He needs to
big.
Right, fight left. That's exactly what he does.
That's so big. That's so big.
Flyer will do it.
And played so well around the 2 guiding lights.
Good work.
Gets that information. Knows
that's
how
going
to be a crossfire. There's no other chance. It makes makes it happen again. Fly up. Insane player.
Let's tie it up. Let's tie it up in the half.
Or a clutch.
Oh. And to hold the spray. The pop and swing there from Moose.
Yeah.
Just can't convert. That is a tough round for Shopify.
And more than anything, it's a great round for Moise. We talked about what they had. It wasn't too much, but
about that.
it was all that they need is one of those players stepping up, and Sky was there to do so. Moise.
If I try, I'll puke.
Guaranteeing that Rebbelion Thunder is going to be available for this round. It's a perfect opportunity.
Oh, he's gonna let that rip.
Just let that fucking fly.
Even,
Off of.
Oh, pew, 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 pew.
Oh, careful.
Turret there.
Careful, nice.
Huge. Oh.
Here comes Rolling Thunder. We go back and forth to them. No, Sim tries to sneak away. And unfortunately, he can't. Aftershock to stall the push once more, but Shopify happy to walk away from this one a player ahead.
And it seems like it was just down to the timing, right? That Rebbelion Thunder.
Slam and jam, steam the ham.
So he was able to guarantee one. The kills there that is going to make and give them that numbers advantage.
Yep.
Good pick. Yep.
Nice. Oh, you saw him. You saw the gun.
Did he?
I don't think he saw it.
No, he didn't. Fuck.
Come on, fly.
Shorty, let's go.
You did this last round. You can do it again.
He's only got that. Oh no, he doesn't. He does have a gun. I was like, he only has a shorty.
Planter a bit safer. The flash cannot affect both.
Little exact same positions.
The ring is spotted, so he knows where this one's at. He's got full.
Do they hear this?
Flash does not reveal. Open the door, look to fight main. With that,
okay.
Wants to try and get away. No, he wasn't expecting him to push through. His back was turned. He's been taken down.
Do we have time? Do we have time?
In a 1v1, they keep granting him these situations to try and get it done. Unfortunately, B-Dog a bit better this time around.
Look at these
go 7-5 into the next half.
Attacker heavy, I'm pretty sure. So
played so well, right? You use the Seeker right at the end, but you don't know. B-Dog is gonna be going upstairs.
We'll be a little.
So B-Dog is able to close it out. Didn't want it to be the exact same situation as that last one, so Shopify are able to guarantee.
There's a resub tree one.
Guaranteed the half. On a half where you take a look at that composition once more and you say, yeah, this is probably where this team is going to shine. Maybe a little heavier or lean a little heavier. Having that double duelist, wanting to go fast, play explosively. They can still look to do the same here.
Let's get it's
something that we see a lot on Fracture where you heavily fight for one portion of the map always, whether players are there or not. And that comp still allows for it here on defense. Meanwhile, no space being fought for here. It's just everybody free to push through A main for Moist.
And a little bit of utility that is going to be invested. It's going to be the green light for Shopify to start making that rotation down to A side. But everybody alive, everybody healthy for this post lane to 5v5.
Come on, Sim.
You don't have a whole lot of time. Both Sentinels are
Show
still
your
on the
teeth.
wrong side of the map.
Yeah.
You've still got pushing the wrong way as well. So a lot of time already.
Fight there. Fucking. Oh, God.
Spike will get smoked. Two players pushing through. Sim gonna go wide.
Okay, yep.
Thief is there
I don't know how that happened, but it was cool.
We take it.
No. Close and personal as well.
There you go, Brock.
Battle back to the side. A couple of right clicks later, we find ourselves a 1v2, and Thief has to get it done. Another position to right his wrongs. Here in the clutches, he takes damage onto one, but he doesn't close it out. And it's all down to the time. Oh, and this is going to be close. I think it goes away.
Oh, we got it.
Let's go!
No, it doesn't. The spike
that molly
will
was
Everybody
perfect.
goes, and it's Thief for the clutch.
Good molly.
Calculated.
No
I
way
wrote
it
that
goes
play.
down like
Yeah, that was a good
play.
Good play, Matt. Good play.
They called the Matt special.
Shout out the burn molly. Shout out the damage that Thief did to B-Dog because he did not feel comfortable getting on that spike any earlier than he could have.
Well, I guess I wouldn't burn, but
the positioning as well for the
it is a good play.
Yeah, stop
asking so many questions.
No, I didn't ask anything. I just said it's a good play. You didn't have to explain it.
That buy is going to be similar to what we saw from Shopify before. A couple of those rifles invested for Moist. And Sam is going to get the opening.
And more teams experimenting with light shields and a rifle here in round 2 to really try and secure that bonus round. You take away the percentage play, you make it much closer for 50-50.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
fuck.
Flashes a couple. Okay, how about that? What DPI is this guy on? Holy moly!
Yeah. He has actual 1 HP.
1 HP as well for Moose. Nothing that can be done, you know.
There's one bullet needs to touch him. There's one bullet. There it is.
Yeah, like you were saying, it's an investment into the second round that I've always liked, right?
Eating 2 birds like that is brutal.
Especially when you go against Shopify, you know they can
see his screen for like a
try to match that aggression in those corners, but this scenario works out well. Things get even, 7-7. And now, an operator for B-Dog. For Shopify here, the one big win condition seems to be B-Dog on this operator. I mean, 19 kills so far. I believe he had 17 on that first half. If he's able to keep this consistency, Shopify should be able to see that lead again.
Yeah, this right here is going to be the name of the game, right? Try and figure out where B-Dog is playing and avoid this player if possible. Instead,
be careful. For Bikini Bottom, please. Oh,
gets the next make it. 3 scoops in the cone for the Moose. He wasn't happy about getting run down in the round previous. He wants a 4th.
Yeah, he's kind of feeding him in the same
Somebody
spot.
Give him the ace, Steve. Steve, you've been good in the clutch. Unfortunately, 1v5's a bit too much. Investment flawless for Shopify as they put a screeching halt to the reign of terror that Moist were starting to put on this map.
So this is exactly why I like to see the Killjoy. Positioning this Killjoy on tower, you have the utility to slow things down. You're able to push forward in a scenario like that one, win that 1v2. And to slow down this B main push if it were to come again. It's just so good. Instead of when we see those ciphers that have to play sometimes pretty much back in their spawn and with the rest of the team, but the Killjoys are able to fight back, especially if you're Moose having that lockdown available as well. As Moist tried to get something on A, but smoke and a slow down play.
And they're going back to the site. They tried their hand at it last round. Moose with the lockdown defense. B-Dog wasn't even needed with this operator. See if the Trailblazer sniffs him out once more. Killjoy util noted, and unfortunately top Jenny wasn't clear. Now they're probably expecting the turret to be there, but I don't know how much of your conscious brain you're putting to deal with the player that's atop this one as well.
Good pick. Good shit, Sim.
Sim dashes on. And there's a flurry of rounds that go the way of the operator, and both B defenders are gone.
I mean, that flash was absolutely everything.
That's the way to storm it.
Such a good chance. Couldn't see anything. Not even if the push was already coming
did
through.
Call for heavy
Goes
showers.
Down, loses the operator now. And guaranteed
the shot was queued up. The shot was there. B-Dog literally just needed to mouse one. But the flash, there was so much going on. Heartbreaking. And another situation where neither of these teams in a situation.
Do you guys want to get some acai bowls?
Overextend, right?
I'll just wait for you guys to get hungry again.
Clutch play where not only would you be giving up this round if you lose, but also
well, I ate like 9 bagels, so like
kill on the way
I'm
out,
good for a little bit longer.
We
need to sync our eating schedules, gentlemen. What the?
You had a chance.
Operator back in the
you don't have to tell us. We're synced.
4,700 credits.
I mean, but even then,
you didn't. You guys didn't want 6 bagels
having to be in the right place, right time. And that last round, he was in the right place, but the flashing doesn't allow the timing to happen. And this is when you can slip away from the hands of Shopify. If a play like that one continues to happen. Two of the players initially at the north part of this map, but it's gonna sweep it all down to a proto. And they know where the operator is.
Yeah, so not only the B-Dog on an island here, but a proto can play the entirety of the map. not tethered to any bit of utility like the
Be gone.
We mentioned earlier. Proto really shines. Here comes that island, though.
Well, say yours.
Inhabitants, quite possibly. B-Dog, good for one. So aggressive to find another. What is Steve shooting at? Just trying to spam through the box. He gets punished.
There's no way that works out for 2 kills for B-Dog.
Tell him this all the time.
Shooting through the box and expecting one of the players to be there, but
you gotta check your box.
Flashes in the swing didn't really work out. And it is the
still very doable though.
We saw that last round, right? 3 players alive, but now instead of Moist.
We got Sim, Fly, and a Proto up. Anything's possible. That's bad. That's gonna be tough. that's not gonna be easy.
On the side of Moist, there's just not a whole lot going on. 1 kill found, plenty of damage, sure. It hasn't been much more than that.
Yeah,
falls.
Enemy remaining.
Sim, gonna try and find another. Yeah, completely pinched, but Dazzle's starting to find a way to fight out of this one. The flashers are there. We say goodbye to Flya here for this round. It's a 9 for Shopify as they reclaim their lead.
All right, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Let's just get 5 in a row. Close it out.
Round differential.
How's that sound, eh?
Rounds, they couldn't, and they haven't been able to get more than that.
What? 5 wins in a row, please. Can you run some plays?
It really feels like the effect of this Moist team.
If we just check our boxes, like I said, we'll be fine.
Now he's putting a fight against B-Dog with an insane performance so far, but still, go get him. Trying to get a good lead, a good momentum for his team.
When B-Dog misses the first shot, misses the first opportunity. Try and choke out this Moist attack, and look at that, chokes back into their spawn. Orbital strike.
Okay, there we go. Got sight, got sight.
Now, the A site.
Let's set up and hold it down.
The way of Moist.
We know you don't want the vegetables, but we're gonna give them to you anyway. Here comes the airplane. Thanks to the resub. Forever.
Moose wants to push up to use it. Fortunately, nobody's here to deal with this. Nobody gonna push through that smoke. And now the attackers, they've gotta go. They gotta get off this site. Flash once more. Dazzle to find the first. Trades out from Flya. That 1v1 this time goes the way of Flya. The blast pack onto the site finds Mata safe. 1 player is detained. Do they go for the hunt? Unfortunately for Shopify, they're running out of time. They're going to have to start to make plays here. Brock.
Stall. No.
Take the fight, and it's 3
Molly.
kills. The way the Brimstone Thief lines up the Molly, but it's just too late. And it's not even where that spike is planted. They planted safety. Molly for main. And Shopify grow their lead to 2.
How does Vic get the initial 2?
Thanks to resub Kane and the Prime Jinx.
Seems like lined up for him, then managing to get 3rd one. In a round where Moist seemed to be in the better position. They had
kind of just
control of drop, and they had main.
1 whiff
3 of the players swinging and trying to make it at the same time, but they just lined up for what Shopify wanted to do. Now, this is the real test, though. I mentioned it before. Shopify, they can take a strong lead on this map, and now they can make it a 3-round differential, especially because Moist, they don't have the best guns. And B-Dog, I mean, just got the first kill again.
And that right there, those are the kills that are really going to start to pay off. That's the positioning that is really going to work. Not the position that you're being expected to hold, but instead that random bit of aggression that B-Dog.
That is a big ult. We got to capitalize off that.
Though, by the rolling thunders, Mata unaffected here on the site. The paint shells will keep a Proto at bay.
Come on, a Proto. Come on, a Proto.
Just yet through the smoke goes a Proto. Is immediately dealt with. And now Mata's got help, but he doesn't need it. 3 kills to his name. He wants the 4th,
it's getting a little out of control.
Just on the other side. Mata's hungry. Paint shells right at his feet, and he'll devour Brock with 4 on the round. Shopify continue to grow this lead.
Clean one as well. Can you even stop B-Dog? 20-9. And so many of those having the first kill of the round.
Nobody's picking up.
Now
I haven't heard you shout any plays.
Moist as they take a timeout on rounds that were going back and forth, and
where we win this round.
Okay, see, like finally a play. Thank you, Matt.
Like I said, this seems and has to be in the right place, right time. The adaptation has been insane for him, and it's not even the adaptation that we see from those rounds, but also overall from that week number 1 when we saw him on Brimstone, we saw him in Omen. Now, clearly seeming like the team is finding that comfort on putting him on Jet. And, I mean, this is why you get it. It's perfect.
Resub guitar guy.
Yeah, I think when you look at the now, they've been doing this for a long time with B-Dog kind of bouncing back and forth between a few different roles. I think something that maybe hasn't been, although Vic is incredibly flexible as an individual player, on this iteration of Shopify, it's been B-Dog who's been kind of making the changes, and that also forces Vic to make some changes. Now with this look at Shopify, Vic can just stick and be the controller. He can just be that for the team, which a lot of the time, two of the controllers that they play in Astra and Brimstone means post-plant. So the playstyle is not exactly the same, but his role for the team is very similar. Whereas now you have that comfortability on top of B-Dog comfortability with Mata being Mata, who flexes literally everything and the raise. So this is
execute match play, please. A technical pause
again.
We
go from Tech Pause to Tech Podcast with Tanner and Dryad.
You can ignore what you just said.
I actually think this would be a great name for a caster podcast, would be the Tech Pause, because everybody makes that joke. Everybody says, well, now we're done podcasting and the players are ready again.
If you think that's a good idea,
okay,
why
there we
go. Say it on broadcast so people can steal it?
Yeah, I'll give you another good idea. Write this for partnered streamers. Make your emotes things that rhyme with team names, like leaves that are themed 100 Thieves, and you say spam these leaves to help 100 Thieves, and then people sub to your channel to get. So I'm just out here. I'm just tossing out ideas out there for everybody. Out there for everybody. I can't do it myself.
All right, good. Okay.
And B-Dog can't miss.
Yeah. That I'm a little confused on. That was initially a really good jump peak like that. There we are. Points ours.
I will say we were on a save round.
Coming down to a little
half
surprise.
Way better, but the weapons that were retrieved here, I think B-Dog wasn't expecting more aggression in that Trailblazer to the back. Put him in an awkward spot.
Gentlemen.
Now
Plant your feet and say,
the operator. Thief still sitting on that Phantom that he brought into this fight.
The bowl of soup.
They don't have the spike as well.
Put it in the can.
It's
soup
time. Soup time.
There's no way that you can know this, though. Thief would have to clear both angles.
Yep. Beam the info into him, Matt.
They're around that wall.
On the trade.
This is them.
Wait. Matt, beam more information into him.
All right, there's two there.
Careful! Line queued up. Blast pack just over the top. And that's with the rocket launcher behind it.
Nice.
One more. Way to coach, Matt. Way to coach.
Moguls have done it. The eBay thrifty to get themselves back in this game.
It seems like the side of Shopify was caught by surprise, and they almost made it happen in a 2v2.
Keep coaching them, Matt.
But
beam the information.
Always going for a faster approach on
Hurry.
the side.
Right, I'm thinking.
They need you.
I only know
Taking down those early players, right? Taking down those win conditions for Shopify.
All right, boys. So this time we're gonna kill all of them before they could kill us.
Again, a Rolling Thunder.
Okay, yes.
Dazzle.
I want you to be careful. B-Dog has a big-ass sniper.
Stop aggression. It doesn't stop as soon as they let off the gas.
Okay, but Sim got it back. And then a Proto.
Okay.
We're getting in there with the 1-2 buckle my shoe.
Careful. B-Dog has a sniper.
What just happened?
Yep.
Now I got two there.
Out of
But it seems like it was only gonna be one. And things get close again. 3v2 now on the side of Moist.
Why don't we just kill the
Quickly evened out.
Keep beaming information, Matt.
All right, move.
No way to trade.
Beam it, Matt.
Yep,
transmit through the ether.
Flash. That's what's available to
boy.
Blade's just around the corner. The right click will be enough.
Huge though. 1-on-1.
And broadcast.
We can just stall.
A 1v2 last time he won through circumstance. This time spots out the Jet, but in an awkward spot.
Yes,
big. Still available, but B-Dog is stunned.
This is huge.
So scary as well. Make sure that stun is gonna connect.
Keep the information transmitting, Matt.
I know, and I've seen those conversations about the stuns, and they should be buffed. They're not enough. And I mean, for this one, you're just happy that it works out. For Brock. Brock has been in so many of these situations recently. Not only this match, but the one the week before. In a lot of clutches and risky positionings.
Literally like
he's
50.
been struggling
Jesus
to
Christ.
get them on his side and the side of his team, but does it just in time to get the side of Moist to double digits. A Shopify now are the ones taking a timeout.
Yeah, I mean, nothing kills that momentum, right? 3 rounds in a row, you can see the finish line for Shopify, but a timeout taken, a thrifty round 1, and then a clutch to follow right after.
Yeah.
And the win, I mean, Moist shot holes in the sails of this Shopify ship that was, it was cruising forward. There really was not an answer.
I think it's a prime Linus.
Until there was. And nothing's more demotivating, I guess, if for the lack of a better term, than Mata doing what he did, getting that random kill for a second one, and then all of that just being completely nullified because Sim does the same thing right back to you.
But it's also those rounds that, honestly, Shopify are used to losing, and because they know it's a gamble. They know that aggression can be expected for Moist because they've done it over and over again. They've read this over-aggression on the defensive side. And it's not something only that Moist does, but also something that happened when they were facing FaZe and even before against Oxygen. It's a Shopify that likes to surprise you once again with those rounds, but you know sometimes it's going to be matched. And it's going to be matched so well by Moist.
Name that show.
A wise man once said, whatever the players are doing during these technical pauses, they need to stop doing it. Because it's usually something good starts happening, then a tech pause happens, and X team that was doing good starts to do bad. We just saw that. Now we get it again, and this is right after Moist has put 2 rounds in a row. So, I don't know. The Valorant gods, they got to bless us here. Fortunately, it's a quick...
All right. Yep. Get ready, Matt. Come on, Matt. Let's go. Yep.
This is for all the marbles, all the soup. We've been cooking for weeks.
Looking towards Arcade on this attacking side where... No, it's gonna be B-Dog. He's done it before.
They don't like
their
windows.
They
hate having soupy feet, and we're gonna give
got
them
the up again.
Don't eat the up.
It's the same spot where it worked last time.
I told you before.
Make sure you're beaming the information to them, Matt.
You don't want to get hit by the up. It kills you.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Right, and then I'll send it.
All right. Way to transmit.
Some false hope. Right, that Trailblazer didn't spot anybody. They still might look to hit this site, and B-Dog is not giving up this.
I also don't like this corner.
There's 3 on B. The op is B. 2 on A. No op A.
Just keeping them so
Really? Thought about A.
Matt is thinking.
They're thinking about A. They're thinking about listening. They're playing, expecting somebody to push this.
I'm sending it in Morse code, so Shopify Rebbelion can't get it.
Everybody
uses Shopify can't speak Morse code.
Matt's using verbal encoded messaging.
It's no value so slow now for Moist.
They're trying to sell this fake, though. This has been the go button, right? It's been
We need you,
agility.
Matt.
A flashpoint was queued up as well, but it wasn't.
Do not come back out there.
There's just no bite from Shopify.
He
That
kept him
Killjoy
there.
utility is going to give them all the information that they need with plenty
Oh,
of time.
oh,
Okay, we've got to move now, Matt. Tell him, Matt. Tell him.
We gotta
Tell
go.
him.
We're wasting too much time. We're wasting so much precious time that we could be filling their feet with soup.
Oh, God.
People get that one down with 13 seconds left on the clock. He's going to go up and have to plant once more. And there's nobody here to keep him safe. Moose just waltzes through. He stampedes onto the site. That spike is fallen. And Moose is still here. Unfortunately, sure, you're finding the kills, Brock. But you won't find the round.
That was a big remote.
And the time was so good as well for that Rolling Thunder, making sure that the Killjoy for Moose is able to capitalize from it. Make sure that because there's no time, that spike is not going to get planted right after it gets used.
I think we're a little too much on the back foot for that round.
Right at the end, Shopify is able to get to 12.
Okay, no more. Don't give them any more.
Yep, this 12 is all they get.
Replicate for the rounds that are left. And Moist were so aware of as well. They knew where the operator was, but they also know how close their rotations can be.
What the fuck?
Oh, gets one.
Somehow only walks away with one. So the back and forth, we're even across the board. But
the double flank.
Brock means
Brock's watching.
Breach is going to have to stay a bit further away from the play. Meanwhile, the site's being taken. Brock can hold it down. Arcade. What do they have to deal with this? Looks like Aftershock queued up, maybe to try and stop the plan. It'll go down for free. Now they'll back away, retaking full force. 2 players here.
Nice!
Neither does Vic.
No way.
The refrags are there. Dazzle and B-Dog now left to pick up the pieces.
Boys, I'm gonna need you to lock
Oh, just played so well right at the end. B-Dog. And Dazzle the last one here. The time running out, can't do anything.
Nice, a proto.
B-Dog even loses the
3 on 1.
Nice.
Big.
One more.
Yep, let's get another one.
So
and then 2 more after that.
Come on, boys.
In a little bit of the opposite scenario compared to what we saw back in Haven, right? Back and forth, but at the end of the day, it's...
Give them the soup.
Amen.
The team that chose it taking the lead and the other one fighting back, and the adaptation from Moist has been insane. Even from the last round that we saw slow early on, and trying to spot the operator.
We still have 2 ults here.
Unstoppable.
So do they, but that's all right.
And no matter what changes for the Moist Moguls, they are always still expecting aggression from Shopify. This time, make sure that it does not come through for free. Sim gonna take this position, but he gets ulted off.
Damn.
Another
we pull it together.
Pull it together, boys.
We still have our ults up. We just need to kill the Decipher.
Everybody here is here from Moist. This is gonna be hard to cancel this play this way.
No, he sandwiched.
Well, a life taken. Mana collects the second for Shopify.
Come on,
orbital strike to buy some time, but that orbital strike was absolutely everything they needed. They have info, but a lockdown here, and there's no way to deal with it, Dryad.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. All right.
Oh my God.
Game 3.
Be done for this round. 13-11 for Shopify to close it out. And as expected, we go to map number 3.
We get our vacation, Dryad. We get to set our eyes on Lotus. I thought the flight might be delayed before you and I got to head out towards Lotus, but anything but that. I mean, when you're watching or casting or observing the Moist Moguls, you know what you're getting in for, and it is close games, and they delivered that here. Unfortunately, they couldn't pull it out, but this comp, it's not only the comp that I think is playing very well to the strengths of Shopify in the ability to play quickly, you know, the comfortability between all of the agents and all the players respectively, but the way that they're doing it, right? The way that they're still able to play this slow style. They're allowing B-Dog to play a bit slower and methodical with the operator. And then other rounds, they're allowing him to do that.
And I like that we get to see this level of gameplay and back and forth between these 2 teams, right? Because it's something that if we got to see on week number 1, maybe it would have been a different story, but the teams had enough time to develop, and that's how you see the compositional changes and also the complexity of how they want to approach each one of those rounds, how they want to get a read on the enemy team. And of course, we had to go to Lotus.
Of course, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see what changes, if any, have been made from Shopify, and then obviously what Moist Moguls bring to the table for that. But before we go, Dryad, we have to take care of our 4 Bs. Take care of our 4 Bs. 5 Bs, actually. Break, bring Bach back, break down Fracture, head out to Lotus.
What are you?
It's all right after this.
All right. One more map. I'm going to take a little tinkle. Be right back.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you doing, chat? You having fun?
My conversation is energized. The revolution will be televised.
Wow.
The retribution will be to terrorize. And the celebration will leave you mesmerized. Got the stage set.
Okay, that was a big tinkle. I'm feeling good now.
I'm in the TV room. I'm doing exercise. I let the money flow, so I live a better life. Hey, live a better life. When I step out. Hey, come on.
Thanks, resub harmonica.
What are you about? When I show up.
Thanks, the resub wazoo. And the resub route Caro. And the resub rake. Thanks for 5 gift subs, Donnie. Thank you, Donnie. This is a bit of a long one, eh?
Float away.
Yeah, we're going back to right after. With a W in hand. He's a gift sub Luke in the Prime payback. What's the score? 1-1. Alright, I'm gonna order some food. Fine. You guys are twisting my fucking arm. What do you think? Some acai?
Do it.
Okay. That was easy.
Sounds like that's what you want.
Only if you think I should get it.
I got no complications clouding up my life.
A good call.
Oh, I'm so done with waiting, gonna let me shine.
You don't have to tell me twice. Thanks to the resub pair and Cypher. Yeah, let's design a nice little bowl here.
Yo, check it out. Want to know if the price of those Wave Runners is too good to be true? Or if I Wear My Kicks 49 is truly selling dead stocks? Or if that Jordan 1 Royal Box is original? eBay checks. See that little blue check mark? Behind it is a team of independent authenticators who check.
Whoa, do they not do yogurt anymore?
Mean everything. Every tongue, check. Every toe box, check. Every corner of every box, check, 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 check. Every logo, every label, every lace loop. Yeah, it's checked.
There's something fishy afoot here.
The topography on the tags,
no
to the
yogurt.
straightness of the stitching on the sole.
Routing
Everything
the
you can see, and even some things you can't.
Really?
You didn't miss the raid. We just had to take a 3-hour break.
No cost for the
And then
buyer
we're going
or
back
seller.
to it.
eBay checks, so the moment you open that box is as real gets.
Whatever, I guess we're
going. Tanner, you mentioned your onesies and your twosies. Well, this one's gonna be a threesy. Apparently, that's a trend that you guys have set as you've casted multiple best of threes that go into that third map, and this series is no different. Welcome back to Tonight's Arena Valorant Challengers North America. It's Shopify picking up the win, but Tanner, again, it's a close one. 13-11. It almost went into OT.
Yeah, and I don't want to talk it up to the tech pauses and whatever's going on there. There's just some bad jujus on the teams after that because it was after the tech pause taken by Shopify.
Wait, that's crazy, actually. 17.
How often do we see stuff like this happen where it's the losing team that gets these first kills? It's not usually teams like M80 or the Guard that are doing it. It's usually the teams that we have more questions about. Fortunately for Shopify, they do win this one, being ahead 10 first kills, but that goes to your point that you're making, Bach, is that it shouldn't have been as close as it was. This was
I placed the order.
Very, very dicey win.
If you watch the first half,
I did it.
You'll look at his stats here in a second. B-Dog was 17-6 at halftime.
He finishes 24-12.
So that's a bit of a downturn into the second half, as his second half ends up being 7-6. But I think what's most impressive is the first bloods. 8 first kills. That's just ridiculous. It's not something you see all that often. And by comparison, by the way, only 2 first deaths.
Yeah, the casters are really only talking about
the point I'm trying to make here.
Shopify.
B-Dog was on one.
Absolutely. Like you said, 17 kills that he ended up on the first half. And even if we see them once again going head-to-head with B-Dog and Sim definitely felt a little bit more quiet. And I feel like it was because of B-Dog's absolutely insane performance that he had, having such a good read, and again, being in the right place, right time when he came down to the operator. He knows it's his strength, his comfort, and it allows the team to get this map.
Start the next
And I want to add
Don't be
what
ridiculous.
B-Dog did on their first half, right? Their attacking side.
You're our coach, not the production team's coach.
We want some type of strength on our attack.
Meanwhile,
on defense, we saw players like Vic
who
was having
consider
a
the best browser in the whole goddamn world. Opera GX, a serious sponsor.
Yeah.
If yes, go below the stream and download it because it kicks ass. If not, do it so you can then see how great it is and consider it
a lot of the time. There's a lot of util to make sure that B-Dog didn't get value.
That was good.
You had a lot of
that got across for sure.
Now, here's where things get interesting. We'll take a look at the map picks and bans one more time as we head into map 3. We've been talking about it all series long. Map 3 was going to be a peculiar one. We don't really know what Moist Moguls is going to do on Lotus. And the only real taste we got from Shopify was a bitter one, as they got crushed by FaZe on the map. So what do you take here? Do you take what you know or what you don't know? And Tanner, in this case, I really have no idea who is going to win this third map. Based on what we've seen already, it should be close.
Between the know and the don't know, the know doesn't look much better than a don't know. You know, it's like
right.
You
I don't remember it either.
No idea what Shopify bring into this one. I will say, I think it's a little difficult when you hop to a new map. We already talked about this for Shopify, but you're playing, and the last time it was FaZe, and FaZe started on the attack. So a new map, there's no reason why FaZe can't just run at you and make things work. And I think a lot of that stuff was happening against this Shopify team who just couldn't wrap their heads around it. And then at the half,
if you can't recognize the map from the visual there, you're not a real gamer in the first place.
Important to note too.
That's what I always say.
Last week. It's not like this is like beginning of the split that we're talking about. And sure, you could make the argument, hey, new map that's coming into the rotation, teams aren't going to be as well versed. The question is, how much work has been put into Lotus since last week by Shopify, and how much has been put in at all from Moist Moguls? Because many teams, Triad, have not really put much practice into the map.
Well, the thing about last week that was weird is that it was actually Shopify's map pick that Lotus won. And when we saw the tweet that they made after the match, when they lost it the way that they did, it was a 13-1, 13-3, by the way. They said the FaZe had their numbers. So it seems like probably in scrims, Lotus was going really well, but FaZe just had the upper hand when it came down to that matchup. I still expect, and I know that Shopify have something that we couldn't really see that last week that they're going to show us against Moist.
Well, Dryad, I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to you in just a second here as the agent select is ready. But first, Let's give a coin flip. All right, I've made my pick. I'll tell you who it is afterwards because I'm always going to be right. Agent Select is ready. It's all yours.
I don't think that's fair.
Let's go.
Oh, we're actually coming in.
We're going.
All right.
Come
on,
boys.
Putting
me in the spot for this.
Oh, Tanner's not. Tanner's gone. He's MIA.
Okay, Tanner will be back as we get to see the Agent Select. And again, we got to see Shopify playing it last week. 13-3, a loss against FaZe. Though FaZe starting on the attacking side, and it really did feel like that comfort zone. One big thing that caught my attention, right, from last week, it was Mata with this Neon, and now actually, and once again, going for this double duelist. So we've seen double duelists for this side of Shopify. I know 3 maps today, but it does make me think that they definitely didn't have a lot of time to prepare from that last week and that last composition into this one.
Agreed.
So if you have B-Dog, there's a good chance. As Moise, we get to see this composition on Lotus for the first time.
I got some gummies. I got 2
the
flavors.
double controller,
Oh
heavy for those
shit, he's gonna get a sugar rush.
I got island fruits and mixed fruit.
Do we have any Oreos left?
The opportunity that Shopify has, because again, it's a good indication that it was their map selection.
No, I didn't.
Maybe we have a raccoon
against FaZe, and though it doesn't work out, now we get to see the real deal between these 2 teams. Both of them playing Killjoy as well. It seems
Oreos
like
have been really hitting the spot for me recently.
And since this map came out,
Neither was I. Like even like with milkshake and stuff, I only get the Oreo like cookies and cream ones. They're so good.
Yeah, I don't know
as well between the pistols and. Only one of the times actually we got to see that conversion of that bonus round so far on this matchup, but it's happened quite a lot of times throughout challengers for Shopify, so keep an eye on this defensive side. Hey, Bach.
I've had to take off my hosting cap and put on my casting cap. It's been a while, as apparently Tanner's internet just decided it is no mas. It will not work, but we'll do the best that we can to limp our way through this one.
Yeah, I can't believe I asked Tanner who he thought he was going to win, and he just disconnects. He just doesn't want to answer me so bad.
Did we ever post
Clearly, it was planned. I
we did
would check his Ethernet cable back his PC. I think he pulled it out on purpose. We'll see what's going on right now. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is
those
the
tummy
third
aches were
between
pretty
Shopify
severe.
and Moist Moguls. It's not a third map that we expected that we would find ourselves in, as it did look pretty good initially for Shopify Rebellion based on the map picks and bans, and even map 1 potentially could have gone their direction. But now we find ourselves on Lotus, and if you didn't see their previous series, Shopify did have a rough time against FaZe last week. Moist Moguls has not played it.
The world
so
first race.
A lot of question marks right now for both of these teams on this map.
Starting on this attacking side and playing it so slow.
Come on, Sim.
Once again, expecting that aggression from Shopify, but it's not met early on.
That is Twitch chat in a fucking nutshell.
They have the Astra start as well, and potentially a Viper ready to take action as well, but it doesn't get anything. They haven't gotten the comfort on the C side that they initially.
Come on, Sim. Come on, Sim.
Okay,
trade. Okay.
The couple of them coming back and forth, but the timing, and again, B-Dog.
Yeah, we're kind of just throwing it all at the wall here.
In the best way possible.
Okay, nice, Thief. Oh, whoa. Okay, wait. No, not like this.
It's gonna make it happen. 3 kills.
Well.
And the frenzy enough.
Who's mumbling in the background? Am I quiet?
They get their early lead.
Big clutch coming in from Moose for Shopify. And he's just deciding, I need to make sure they're dead. A little bit of extra frenzy fire.
You know?
Yeah, you never know. They could get back up. Maybe there's a new agent who revives the dead. I don't know. It's certainly possible. Right, please don't do that. But they already have 1. I don't think we need more.
Are you sure that I'm quiet? You might mean.
But a big pistol for Shopify Rebellion taking the first round. Again, reminder, their game against FaZe.
Chat, does this sound better to you?
Things started here with a huge clutch is promising, but the fact that it had to come down to Moose in the 1v2, not exactly what you want to see. We'll see what they can do. Is now they've got the superior quote-unquote firepower.
Much better.
Put an asterisk on that one, as we've seen SMGs prove their prowess in second rounds many times this split already.
Yeah, and it's a force actually coming through for Moist, something that we haven't seen before and throughout today, so it's gonna be how much are they expecting it for Shopify?
Gentlemen,
it doesn't matter though, because
let's tighten up the screws. Let's tighten up the screws.
Seems to be stronger. Lee's good for 2. B-Dog with a Marshall.
Let's
scroll. Okay. Well, this is a big pooper on that one.
Yep.
And a really quick round number 2 for Shopify.
I believe we have Tanner back with us. We'll make sure he's good here in a second.
What are future plans for Moist Moguls and Valorant? We're gonna win this game.
You guys were saying, B-Dog. Nice. Oh man,
B-Dog, good, yes.
What?
Bach, you did the thing. Shout out, Bach.
Like street sweeper going by.
I'll let you take over from here, Tanner. You got this. Take the wheel and steer.
Bach, I appreciate you. I was actually so afraid of you, Dryad. I'm glad Bach did that for us. Dryad, I need you to fill me in. What's going on?
It was a force buy actually coming through from Moist on that second round. Doesn't work out. The rifles
we just win.
purchase for Shopify just seem to be a little bit stronger and now starting off so well once again. Sim going down.
Yeah, let's.
But you didn't beam it over to them.
Yeah, you haven't been beaming shit in a minute,
He's
Matt.
been performing to top level, but still.
You weren't beaming in the beginning of this round.
I mean, last time.
We lost. To his enemy.
True.
I didn't beam
B-Dog, especially for this match.
That is true. Yeah, stay off their comms.
With an eco and unfortunately last round, you can't afford any
They're about to make a play and they're like, wait guys, Morse code is coming in.
And this is also the side that we saw Shopify falter on against FaZe. It was their defense that wasn't the strongest.
Dumb shit about soup.
And they're off to a
no, those are good
here.
plays though.
I like
those are good
the idea
plays.
of the force from Moist to try and make sure they don't get
clam
momentum.
chowder.
That being Shopify. But now they've
Italian wedding.
Oh, let's go. Oh man.
You maybe did the exact opposite thing.
Minestrone. That was a good opportunity for a pick. It was just a hard play to make.
Oh,
there you go, Flya.
Hey, you were Minestrone fan.
Could be enough. There's no way.
Let's activate turbo mode and stay there.
How do you guys feel about those little meatballs in Italian wedding soup?
No, not
Never
over,
had
but
Italian
it's
wedding
still
soup.
very difficult here
It definitely shows.
for Shopify to push back through. Only 2 remaining.
That's absolutely fucking
actually
tragic.
have gone
try and hang on. He's got time on his side. Nanoswarm to keep one defender at bay. The next one up, and that Nano is it hitting the spike as well. Hopefully dealing with that, as I believe he spots the leg of another. As he looks to try and work the clock, he tries to play around the turn. He takes down Dazzle. The next one up is Moose.
Was that enough? I wonder.
It's a Proto who gets decapitated, and there's plenty of time to get this momentum back for Shopify.
No, you don't.
So close.
Okay, well that was a save. It was a pretty good save round.
It doesn't even matter how close it was. Shopify 3 rounds in a row.
Expensive.
Yep.
Trying to carry on this momentum,
come out
which
swinging.
seems like
Aside,
it was
aside
almost
from that
impossible
play,
for both teams on Fracture.
Yeah.
Going under the desk for a minute.
Okay.
And so holding on to this round is going to be great, especially if they're able to get this next one. Then uncomfortable economy, they waste as well that Viper's pit. Flya decided to invest, and it seems like it was just in the line of sight, barely to take down Flya.
I don't know what he's doing.
He's going into his little cocoon.
Oh yeah, of course.
From the Moguls.
Matt likes being enclosed in
things. It seems that they know, and they do. It got
It's
the
like a
read. B-Dog ready
blanket.
on the angle, takes down Flya.
I remember I went to.
That's one of your smokes down.
It actually
Now that job has to be picked up
that Tom
by
Brady
FIFA across the
won
map.
with the Patriots. I remember
And you
it was a
need
long
this
time
Viper
ago.
and this Astra Live for the post plans.
And
Sure, you have a Proto as well.
I
mean, when we see those
was like at a
compositions with the Astra
factory
and the Viper,
warehouse
you're
thing, and they
relying
did, like,
so much on
textiles,
that
and
utility
they showed us their warehouse
to be
and there were all
available
these
all the
boxes.
way until the end of the round.
And one of the
Especially
shelves
around
was
like
set
this
up where
one,
like you could really go
where
behind
now
the
the
boxes
advantage
and like to the
is
right,
once
and there
again
was a
this
little
out of
area, and I
Shopify,
just
getting so many
chilled
of
there
those
for
first bloods.
hours. It
Might
was
be
so nice.
getting more than the last map.
Thanks,
as the
Resub
weekends are
nipple.
going down.
Lots of util tossed out this way. B-Dog.
Yep.
Gotta excuse
Oh
me.
boy.
Not out of the woodworks just
Yeah,
yet.
we're
B-Dog
just
holds the angle. Look at that
we're getting
kill
skill
feed. It's
gapped
all
right now.
Shopify. I talked about Thief earlier, but I just talked about his smokes. How about his clutches? Nope, a 1v4 is just too much.
We've shown we're better than them when we play our game and relax.
This is.
I want everybody.
I have a feeling here that this is the
Take a deep
Shopify
breath.
on Lotus that was
Having a really hard time playing around B-Dog's off.
To pick this map against FaZe last week. They look clean. You're getting the first blood. They're going for that aggression early on.
Easy
in
resub,
the
chill.
game, which you know, in so many of the scenarios, at least one of those players is going to be peeking and
And the
looking for
resub
that
slam.
area. Where there's going to be the jet, potentially the Killjoy playing a little bit slower. And every single time has been shot down. With a little bit more aggression this time around for Shopify.
Oof, timing just narrowly escaping.
Oh, we gotta get those.
He gives himself a second to queue up that shot once more, and he lands it. A 1-for-1 trade, but B-Dog did his job. Both the Jets now gone.
Found one.
They're gonna play the door out towards B. Moose here to hold. And spamming utilities, force it back away and reload.
So much here.
Come on, boys, please, not like this. Let's start playing some Valorant.
Play the moist way.
Play some Valorant.
And a 3v4 where you say, yes, let's commit the lockdown. Then immediately a player dies, and now you're thinking, man, this lockdown, should we have committed this one? Maybe we wouldn't have had we known it would be a 2v4, but they do get one back. Moose gonna put his down. It'll force the attackers away. It's just so hard, right? Which site do you gamble to now?
30 seconds left.
You just have so much into these early rounds for Shopify to invest on.
All right, come on.
Even
I still believe.
I mean, everybody else should be enough for it. Barely any time remaining with the spike.
10 seconds left.
It's gonna get planted inside of the smoke. The Proto gets shot down. He's a 1v4 once
Here it comes, Thief. A little piece of history.
Up to Thief to make it happen.
The last time he just got run down, there's a shorty in his face and a couple players behind it. This time, not given much to deal with.
Oh,
either.
man.
So Shopify, after a
I
defuse,
let them have that one.
will find
This is where we
5
start
rounds in a
picking it
row,
in the gear.
seemingly unanswered by Moguls.
Start playing. This is where we come out and scare them.
And if you think about it,
That sounds good.
Every single approach, right? You go A, there's gonna be an operator, and there's gonna be B-Dog finding you. If you go to C, there's gonna be the Astra utility slowing you down and forcing you to play back. If you go to B, there's gonna be the Killjoy utility as well, as we got.
I would be inclined to agree.
I mean, it just seems impossible to take any side
Yeah,
control
good timeout, Matt.
towards
Thanks,
that
guys.
moist.
Great
It's
to be here.
so difficult, and it looks so clean as well for Shopify to be able to spread themselves across this map
You know who has a really good
and make sure that there's
milkshakes?
no space that can be taken for moist.
DQ.
More like PU. Let's get
I really
stinky.
like this for B-Dog. I really like. Last week, we got a taste of B-Dog kind of back in form on the Jet. So from week 3 to week 4, because of that map of ascent, they said, yeah, you know what? Maybe this is going to be one of our win conditions, right? Let's make sure that B-Dog, if he is going to be one of our more consistent fraggers, let's make sure that he's also comfortable across the board. As I mentioned on Fracture, I think it also puts Vic in a very comfortable position, just sticking to that sole controller role. And although a close map on Fracture, we mentioned how crazy of a performance B-Dog had, right? Banana Dog. He went bananas on Fracture. And, oh, that's another B, actually. That's the...
We got them right where we want them now.
But he just carries that momentum over into this one. And it just seems like
They've played right into our trap.
This is also the side where, for Shopify, their composition looks incredible on attack. So to put up 5 already on defense, I mean, this right here is just, you know, padding their path to victory.
Here's where we make our stand. They might beat us 5 times.
And one thing you don't want to give to Shopify is that confidence, right? With the way that they're holding these positions so aggressively, and every single time when you look at it, they're supported by something or somebody else. With a guiding light, getting some early information of a couple players at least looking towards this A site.
Scout destroyed.
And Mata kind of being the player going back and forth between C and B. So again, it just seems like there's no holes in this defensive side for Shopify so far.
The only one that opts even occasionally that I see is Sim, but it doesn't usually lead to
There's about
much.
to be a hole in the head of B-Dog, but Sim almost lets that one slip away instead, riddled like cheese. That op falls. That's a good start. You take a timeout, you take it a little bit slower, a little bit more methodical, and it pays off for Moist thus far.
They were trying to.
There we go. 2 picks. Looking good. Now we take the site and we don't choke. We just go in. We say, bam. We're here.
Aggressive position from B-Dog to make it happen, and on top of the box, can't have the best visibility, but goes back and forth. And Moist,
You're so wrong.
guaranteeing that at least
Okay.
you're gonna get that first round.
Upside down and it doesn't fall out.
So
BDQ shake will fall out.
welcome back to the server. Welcome back. Moist Moguls. Finally.
Well, have you ever tried
showing us signs of life here? Shocked back into it.
I think you have.
I've done extensive research.
They do so near flawlessly. Thief, the only member to fall. Sim gonna have an operator. Knives available too. So we'll see if we get the op duels in the next round. As Moose.
I like Dairy Queen.
Playing exits here. As the info. And I don't know how close or where you need to be at here in A main. I'm wondering if these players are safe. Rebel, I think Flya might be the furthest. You need to go.
Nice.
There we go.
Show them to get
So
it
the way
off.
of kills that round will go the way of the Moist Moguls. That spike will also blow. And
On the board now. Let's. 5 is all they get. How about that?
It's something an answer, but that one answer was, I don't want to say a mistake, but it's given away by that position that B-Dog had on top of the box, right? How many times is he going to do that again? And how many times is he going to get taken down from that position, right? We need to see a little bit more for Moist because they were playing those rounds so slow. And that was the only thing that opened up that round number 6 that they were able to get for the first time. A lot more is going to be needed, though, if you want to match those 5 rounds of Shopify.
Let's go, Sim. Let's get a big pick here.
And the approach is a bit more measured from B-Dog this time. A little safer out towards B, not on that aggressive front foot, which for Moist, I think in that last round, what we saw is respect a lot of it, making sure that they do flush out these angles, make sure that B-Dog can't get early picks. And this time it's just as slow, just as methodical, just as respectful.
And now the setup changes a little bit for this Killjoy. Position towards C. I guess where Moist is trying to go. Although it gets spotted, I mean, going in, trying to activate is going to be so difficult. The dash,
on site.
Again, the Jet's the only one here, just so
That's
far.
our site.
Yeah, cut off by that
belongs to
that
us.
you mentioned, but the rest of the team finally works their way on.
Oh boy.
Spotted. And there's a body drop. Sim also
Trade.
gets one in response.
Even numbers.
Watch B-Dog up. Watch B-Dog up. And okay.
Okay.
Oh god.
Close.
That was a very close shave indeed. Oh my god. He's drawing our outline in the wall.
Nice, a proto.
There we go. That's how we aim.
The last one standing is B-Dog, that operator that gets 0 value here in this next round.
That was big.
Nice, looking so much better. Even when we got to see Shopify last week going against FaZe, instead of that Killjoy that had that Cypher on C side, and that utility was being spotted or destroyed by the Trailblazer, it does the exact same thing, but now Shopify is able to do this instead of FaZe. So it feels so much better when you go with a back and forth, and Moist guarantee that second round, giving a little bit more variety and trying to find the answer to Shopify's defense.
The random spam back and forth. We saw it on Fracture. We get it again here.
Yeah, unlucky.
And unfortunately, Thief did not get hit by a single op shot. B-Dog was so close, I think 3 times. Also forced off of that plant in that safe corner by the gravity well.
He's
a lot thrown that way, but Moist were able to hang on. And in the midst of all of that, a Proto just walked door to door, and he was collecting heads.
Let's go ahead and win this game.
Agreed.
And that is one of the things that I like to see about Proto. He's usually playing a little bit more quiet, just playing around like utility, supporting the team so much. But
whatever
out of
you
nowhere,
do, let
you'll
me
see him
know.
getting 3 kills, 4 kills, and really popping off on a Killjoy as well.
Well, Charles is on a bit of a strike since you guys were so mean to him about food earlier.
So patient as well for those scenarios. Shopify actually taking a timeout. I feel like, after what happened last week, you don't want to afford any mistakes. You want to have the dominant performance on this Lotus map, on this decider especially.
All right, we can let Charlie have his real food and see if he is in a better mood after this.
We'll open up more.
Let's see what changes. This time it's the duelists working hand in hand, B-Dog and Mata. Gonna try and get out on the angles out towards Mound. The attack's here too.
We can do it too.
Let's go. Good counter up. Oh. Okay, that's good. That's good. Got a little scared.
Electricity will be the death of Thief. Armada's only good for one. The C site completely vacant. No defenders really here in sight. Dazzle just around the corner, tossed out the flash. That'll delay anybody pushing halls, but the site's been taken.
That's our site again. Yep. And don't you forget it, Buster.
In the meantime, Dazzle trying to get something. As on the C side, you always have to be respecting one of the flank.
No, wait, no. That
all the timing.
Hold.
Just managed to work out, but the damage has been done. The
time nice flyer.
Moose goes down to one of the flank. I mean, 2 players live for shot.
Scram! Yeah. Get out of here! Yeah, get out of here! Get out of here! You're not welcome.
Be that go button for them.
Idiot.
He was able to find anything out towards Mound. I mean, when you look at the health bars, right? It's not out of this realm of possibility that Shopify would have found their way back into that round. It was just good that Flyer was there to bail out Brock, who
they finished the raid and we're taking a nice
near fatal amount of damage through the wall.
And then we're going back to it.
And a lot has turned around here.
Who doesn't
They took that
3-hour break in the middle of their world first
Again, I like this slow, methodical, outside of Sim kind of getting aggressive, which you can expect him to do with an operator.
That'd be a tough decision to make.
Angles. It's been a complete change from what we saw in the first 5 rounds.
Yeah, but even then, we haven't seen too many times that Sim against B-Dog duel. And this time around, he actually got the chance to happen to or see Sim expecting that aggression with the operator and shouting it out perfectly. Living the economy of Shopify
that would have been pretty cool.
In a pretty uncomfortable spot.
Hey Jay, can you hear me?
As this side of Moist is getting more and more rounds and putting themselves on the board. And I mentioned it, after that first round, they needed to continue with that plan towards the C side.
And coach in ASMR.
Seems like it's working out, but again, Shopify adapting to it. 3 players up close and getting out of the smoke now.
And Relay Bolt finds nothing though, clears out a couple of angles, but no attackers on those angles. And Moist,
thanks for some experience.
Did the barriers just drop? They're still in their spawn, right? Do they know that the barriers are gone?
Expecting the aggressive positionings here.
Oh, they got good intel.
You're right.
Oh!
It is all about this first kill and this B-Dog getting it with a Blade Sword too. Both of the duelists.
We knew he was there too. Come on, boys. Trade it back.
Oh man, and
yeah,
just goes
I don't exactly know how that fell apart.
The entirety
of
the
exactly
round.
Where they were.
3 players here, like you mentioned. One scoots away, one pushes aggressively.
And they know he's still towards C. Still towards the C side, because it was Moose on the other side, didn't see anybody. Now with the shots, it's just going to be guaranteed. Going to go. Trying to blend that spike will do so at least. And a 1v3 is so difficult for a Proto.
Yeah, it could accelerate the pace of the retake. Has the lockdown, but instead will just start to take the duel.
Come on now. No!
The call I made in game 1 was actually about game 3.
Never mind, it's actually so easy for Proto.
Big 1v3.
And this is what we talked about before.
Showing out today.
Yeah, Proto has been showing out.
This time around guarantees 4 kills and the round for Moist. Played to perfection and
where?
Even after the information, even
That's
after
Shopify knew I was wondering
where this last player was going to be located, it just doesn't matter.
That is not mine. I did not order a creamless bagel.
Yeah, Danny said the guy tried telling him like something was wrong. But I love that the thing that was wrong was that one of 10 came non-cream cheese.
Well, actually, it was 2. I did eat one non-cream.
They keep us within 1 now as we near the half. Not quite there. One Sheriff Herd. B-Dog has a rifle, but it's on the wrong side of the map. Vic has a Bulldog. He's close, but his rotation will be stalled because of this lockdown.
And Mada holding on just for a little bit longer, but ends up having to run away. So the side is completely completely clear
despise us.
for Moist, and they've been going for this C-side approach, and every single round they've been able to get it.
God, Brock just ate like 15 shots through that wall. He's like a man.
To stay alive in this position that just gets spammed that time to grab the ball, not a problem to get that spike
we
planted.
needed that one.
Now
That would have been a great pick.
Force the dash away.
There you go, way to get it back.
Up once more, and Sim will finally collect that kill as B-Dog works his way onto the side. This is the rifle that we talked about. He's starting to do damage as
Huge, let's go!
Moist will take the
back in it, back in it. We're gaming, we're gaming.
B-Dog at the end trying to change things around and make it go the way of Shopify, but still having to deal with a Killjoy utility and a Proto. Now, it seems like every single chance that we see for Moist has been Sim, has been Flya as well. Even those clutch situations, but Proto are the most consistent Sentinels.
They don't know what to do.
Playing so well with that utility.
Matt ASMR gave them confidence. That's true.
And also guaranteeing that things are even now. It's a 5-5 around 11.
Everything's fine.
Where Moist could potentially be taking the lead
Probably
off
like way
Lotus
deep
for the
in
first
Chad's
time.
brains.
Come on now.
And I like this bit of utility that's been tossed out this way to make sure that
oh god,
it makes this opening duel, if there is going to be one, that much easier for Moist, right? You throw out that snake bite, players are vulnerable. You don't have to be perfect. A couple body shots later, and you've got yourself a first blood, or you get that space.
I see a lot of people yelling about the commentators.
Nobody's going to walk up on it and take it away from you. So they'll deposit.
I haven't been listening. I'm not gonna lie. I've been too zoned in on us.
That C-side. For Moist to get those 5 rounds in a row.
I couldn't tell you anything they've been saying.
Now, trying to make a little bit more noise towards that A side, where the only one that was there was B-Dog. Backs up for a second, comes back in, and
wants him.
Steve goes down because of it.
And that was a spike, so they have to try and back away from that one. Scoop that up. Now look to make a play, and
30 seconds
they wanted to split B.
Watch out, Proto. No.
It's just been completely nullified. Vic is here. B-Dog found that first. Vic gets 2 for himself.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Wants a third and will be allowed to flaw. For Shopify to, at the very least, guarantee themselves an even half, but finally they breathed some life back into the fans who had and watching Moist win 5 in a row.
Yeah.
Nope, no, I'm caught up.
I mean, 5 rounds initially for Shopify, then 5 rounds until you're back by a set of Moist. And the one
we're like the
player
exact same
that
point.
changes that is B-Dog again, getting that first kill and
Yeah,
playing it so well, spots and knows that a couple of the players lead.
Big news. Our Snapchat just crossed 5,000 followers.
Team. They want to do it again. They want to go.
Let's go,
back
Sim.
to at least
That's a. Oh, that's so fucking unlucky.
And Sim, the tip of the spear. The spike is so far away from committing, though. The spike, I would argue, is in a pretty scary spot. Now we'll rotate back over towards A, but we've seen Shopify aggression out towards B, playing that jiggle peek to try and catch a little.
Yeah, you're right. I'm much further behind you now.
The
God damn it.
Trailblazer reveals a lot there.
Thanks to the resub, Pumpernickel. Pupper.
And again, all the rounds that Moist have been able to get have been on the C side. So.
Second word.
Oh, that's
nice, a Proto. Oh,
okay.
We take that.
Turn, Sim goes down, and Proto and Flya pick up the 2 kills that have been allotted to Moist here in the last round of the half. And once more here on the A side, it's a pit down.
You are divided.
But a cosmic divide. Go back and forth.
Watch out.
It gets a whole lot harder here for not only the attackers here on the site.
Oh.
Falls. The attacker wall still stands.
Not this again.
The pit still stands. Moose just can't find a way in. He's just gonna have to go in blind here. There's nobody here to help him, and they don't really have utility.
Oh god damn it! Come on, Thief. There you go.
As he pushes on through, Thief plays the door perfectly. Moose will stomp his way on through, and it's all up to Thief here in the clutch. Some way, somehow, Shopify make this one look doable. The spike's halfway, tries to stick it, but won't be allowed. Moose there on the trade.
It's not even that
Shopify for the round 7-5. Again, their favors. We swap sides.
Have been not working for us.
They didn't work even remotely last time either. The Viper ults are like not the play. I don't think.
Is having that Viper spin, which covers a massive area, but.
Alright, we had mounted a decent comeback that half.
And it doesn't matter with the side of Shopify, as long as these players are able to stay alive, they're always getting those trades and making sure that they're able to fight back.
Thanks, Risa. Blooples.
Man, Vic has been having himself a good couple of maps as well.
Big pistol. Get a big pistol.
Yes, please.
See,
let's just start steamrolling.
We talked about this composition for Shopify. On defense, there were times where it was getting slowed down because they couldn't push through some of that utility. Now they get to play the attack. They get to do it quick. Fly a early jump peek for that information out towards C-Long.
He's resub 420.
I mean, now you're gonna have a Neon on the attacking side, kind of leading the charge a little bit more, at least, to put the rest of the team in a better positioning. It's still playing it so careful.
We need this big pistol round. Come on now, gentlemen. We are men with manners.
Shopify
Pinky out.
Moist to be pushed up somewhere. Just as we saw in that last round for Moist, after their timeout, again, respect is given.
Oh, unlucky timing.
Here's his utility. Spots out a player. Gets a little disrespectful swinging that 1v2, but takes a player with him. It's Vic down.
Okay.
Some of that post plant.
A trade. That's all right.
The Shopify squad.
Oh, runs away just in time, and Trailblazers is gonna spot.
There you go, Brock. There you go.
Outside.
Take that site back. That's our site. Tell him that's our site. Our site.
The spray goes back and forth. The kills, they go the way of Moist.
Nice, Thief. Nice. Good pistol.
Away. He's disengaged from the play, and Thief find 3 kills on the round. This pistol goes the way of the Moguls.
That's big.
That was big.
You should be expecting things to get tied up once again. At least once, but often more than once per map. Both of the teams having that same, those same rounds won. Seems like it just.
All right.
What is bound to happen between the two adapting and playing around each other so well. Such a good matchup between Shopify and Moist. Because of this, because
bullying
they have some insane reads by
making
the
them feel bad. Let's target some of their insecurities.
Yep.
Take a couple of rounds and having to adapt again constantly. And it could go anyone's way. They have the same score so far on the matches 1-1 and 2, so they know they have to fight for this one.
And Yuto here. Toxic screen going to make it a little less desirable to push this C site. So they'll change directions, redirect through the door. When it's actually 2 players, B-Dog and Vic to work together. B-Dog receives a bit of damage as this spike slowly works its way up towards B. Mana's already spotted. Moist know that this is the play that's happening. Trailblazer will also reveal a couple of players. And it's 4 here. B-Dog left.
Nice, Thief.
Thief finally collects that kill on
huge. There you go, Sim. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
Bodies are really starting to fall. Shopify.
Oh, baby. Yeah, huge.
B-Dog just has nothing there. Investor flawless the way of Moist.
Getting them crossing back. That was big. What a spray.
Also, I know we got the chance to talk about this Shopify composition with the B-Dog and Mata on the attacking side, but also
we're all square.
Talk about the defense.
All square
again. They have so much, including the Viper wall, that makes their lives a little bit easier, and it makes the situation be handled a little better.
Thanks to the resub, a little sus.
Both of the teams managing to stay up close and to fight between
What else are you both doing?
This is where we actually see that fast lane coming through more. On the A side, 3 of the players, the only one staying behind is going to be Moose.
Thanks to the resub Cat and the Prime Daisy.
It's around that has to work for Shopify.
And there was a bit of apprehension about this push. Sim wanted to keep
no.
Wanted to back away. Maybe they should have just backed away because Moose takes 2 with him. Eventually falls.
Moose has been hanging back in the caboose the entire series.
Oh, almost the second one there for Proto. Shut down just in time by
Playa.
still
There you are.
Going for even more aggression. Not gonna work out this time around. 2v2. Seems like the damage has been done. One of the rifles picked up by Brock.
I've got your
The Seekers are available, yeah. They're gonna be invested right away by Dazzle.
Come on, baby.
Shot, so they know exactly
2v2, let's win this.
HP, so he tosses out the rifle, gives that one away of Flya. Trailblazer, I believe it spotted both. Flashes are out.
We've got to go now, though.
Down, so gravity well to deal with. One more flash to go. A tap onto the spike. Brock wants to be the one to get aggressive. Pushes through, tries to pop. Flash behind him was Flya, but it doesn't matter. They both fall, and Shopify reclaim
That was bonus. That's okay.
And so it was scary between the two teams, both knowing exactly where each other were.
Thanks to Prime.
The ones
McKayan.
fighting at the end and the ones taking that round is going to be Shopify. And even though they lost 3 of the players, they're going to go for the full reinvest. You know, there's pretty much no other chance if Moist take the lead. It can't be carried for more than that one round.
All right.
It's fast again, out towards A. It's only Mata here, though. Only Mata.
Like in the fast lane to get close to door. Like in the defensive side is expecting it.
Yeah, we need
Doesn't
this
get
round.
contested early on the Viper's wall.
I've got the Outcast stuck in my head right now.
Jig is up, though.
Yeah.
No utility. It doesn't necessarily sell that this is just a fake out towards A, but it tells Moist, hey, we need to continue to play around the map, right? We can't over-rotate. Let's go back to plan this 5-point stance, and that's exactly what they've done. Now a Trailblazer this way, some Jojo utility, try and stall this push, but there's no push behind it. It's really been a teeter-totter around the world here from Shopify, and they still have 50 seconds to play with.
Ice cold!
There's still a good amount of time here, but they go for that early aggression, the same approach
Thanks to the
on
Prime
the A side.
OKD.
And have to play back up, you know, that, like you said, that information just gave them away onto B site.
Let's go,
So
Flya.
it should be the one making contact
30
first.
seconds left.
And they're still trying to sell it here.
Come on, Brock.
B-Dog
Come on, Brock.
actually the
Nice. There you go,
only one
Thief.
foresee.
There you go, Thief.
Come on, do it.
Here we go, Sim.
Yes.
Yep.
On
Yep.
zero,
Yep.
It doesn't even matter.
In all of this for Shopify,
Get out of here.
they created so much
Go
chaos.
home.
They caused so much havoc. They got so
You don't
much
have to
utility.
go home, but you can't
They
stay
find
here.
themselves lost, not
You
really
have to go
understanding
home.
where
You don't
this
go
defense is
home.
playing. Good on Moist
Bitch.
to remain stalwart and leaning 2 players over towards this A site.
It's a
never
joke,
fully
Moose.
committing
It's
that
a joke.
rotate.
Thanks,
Because you could
Resub Monster.
easily see a world where at the start of the round they say, okay, Mata was their lurker. Then they go back to C and they're like, okay, we stopped the C push. Now we spot Jet.
I don't know
So
why
is-
that
is-
keeps happening.
Is B-Dog the lurker now? Or is Mata the lurker? Right? There was a lot going into what Shopify were doing.
Yeah.
But Moist, they just trust their instincts.
Welcome to
Yeah, I think there's 3 players
WrestleMania.
on that C side,
And
one
Hulk
of
Hogan's
Peru,
back
or
on the
B-Dog was
card,
actually the
brother.
only one there.
Brother.
So just right away, not biting into
All right.
what the enemy team wanted to bring to
Which
them.
one's the
Again,
people
this
so
side is
well
basically-
aware?
Thanks to the Resub Hakalugi.
In a round where Shopify they barely have anything.
Running wild.
It's a bit lighter in the players here out towards A.
Vince
Killjoy
McMahon
setup-
just tore
setup
both
that
his
should
quads.
stall.
Let's do it for him.
The Proto just
What
gonna
was
play the
that?
jump peek.
Oh, someone joining in Discord. Thanks to Resub Ronaldo.
It seems like Shopify are really just hoping that they can buy a rotation off of one of these sites and get this fight winning, right?
like
Looking to play the
Spider-Man
most, they
move,
have
yeah.
so much to do it. Trailblazer will force the defenders back. It does seem
You should run.
that they're gonna be allowed to plant here. So
That's
Spike
gonna be a
goes down at
little
the same
tough, yeah.
time. The lockdown follows. This will be just about 10 seconds. Cut off that timer. And a few more seconds just for the defenders to get close to this B site once more. They've got nano swarms down. They've
come
got
on.
flashes to work
Let's get
with.
something really big
Cosmic
here.
Divide.
Come on, something
The
big,
opposite
Sim.
side, though, makes this
A
one
nice
bit more
stew.
doable here in the retake. B-Dog not gonna be dealt with.
Brock,
Jet will find the kill.
nice. There you go, Brock. Way to stand tall.
Personal, but it's only for a minute.
No, no.
Push on through, and Mata is finding heads with the sheriff.
Ooh, thank you for the 10 gift
Sim
subs,
and
Rod.
Beef.
No way.
They've got an idea, but unfortunately, there's just so much going on, and there's just no time. Thief can have to stick this one the whole way. We'll have to try and survive, but Moose will run him down. It's the eBay Thrifty for Shopify.
I cannot believe
Needed
that worked out the way he did. What a round for Shopify.
All right, let's tie it up
was
again.
so interesting because the whole point it was two of the players on this defensive side playing far back, all the way backside on B, and the one that had to make that first contact, that was that turret. And the Viper wall would have gone up. The swing would have come through, but it doesn't go that way. Also, Mata with 2 headshots as well. So clean. We've seen so many absolutely insane plays from this player. Now, I mean, they get a thrifty wood. A good way to get that confidence back.
Then back on the op. He's doing really well with it earlier, so I'm for it. He's got my stamp of approval. I say this one's going in the Constitution, right next to the Pursuit of Happiness. Is that in the Constitution? No. What's in the Constitution?
A lot of things.
Yeah, but like, what's the coolest one?
Like the B-sides where they want to go.
Let's see what Google tells us.
Sam's got to get a dodge.
Yeah.
Very easily could have just been run down.
Pretty cool.
Fillerites was kind of nuts.
It's got 4,400 words.
It's more difficult though, the smoke as well.
Constitution of any major government in the world. Of the spelling errors in the Constitution,
you're gonna have 2 players actually pushing on this A side.
Name is probably the most glaring.
Last Maron, they ended up going towards B from this door that gets broken.
Oh, watch out, watch out. Come on, come on. Nice. Good shit, Flyer.
Shotting it down completely.
And those snake bites, that vulnerability cannot go underappreciated. Again, you don't have to be perfect in that situation. A couple of body shots equals a couple of headshots.
Oh,
now the spike looking to get planted, but will be down.
Nice.
13 seconds. Nick's got to retreat.
Take him down.
This spike planted and hopefully not.
Oh, that was so close.
Just over the right shoulder. Another one that misses. He drops on down. He looks to take the duels, and he almost.
All right, we're all tied up again.
All tied up again. It's square.
Yep.
Even Stevens.
A bit healthier in that duel.
What was his name?
Beans. It was Beans.
Let's get the round,
it was Beans. Oh, I forgot all about my acai bowl. Oh, jinkies.
Again, they have the same score. They're 1 and 2 in challengers.
Oh, it's not here
yet,
thank God.
Gonna be secure that they're gonna make it through until next week, but
yeah, but it looks like they got lost.
Gonna make it one step closer. It's gonna
it says 1 minute away.
A little bit more space to breathe, and know that they're not gonna have to depend so much on the scores from the other teams that we're gonna see today and next week.
Actually, I'm just gonna double check. Maybe they just haven't confirmed
it's gonna be
next
more
year.
up to them, and as of right now, there's another thrifty comes on. Moist should be taking the lead.
Come on, Tim.
No.
Nice.
Oh, he hit it. He hit it.
Dazzle thought he was safe.
There was like a
Maybe
weird
thought he'd
delay
win
on
the
the
duel.
show feed, so I thought he missed.
That's obviously
I'm bad at
not
watching
the answer there to
Valorant.
swing that one.
I'll
So
stick
Sim
to
off to a good
coaching.
start. Blades available. I mean, ults aplenty, but this round
You
here
can't
for
watch him,
Moist
coach
is
him.
Yep.
Damage mitigation. Make sure you do not lose these weapons because your economy's not in a great spot. And if possible,
Those who
maybe a
can't
Broderland
do,
Thief get a little bit of love here.
Those who can't
Find a couple of kills
Teach
themselves.
Jim.
Ults online.
Let's give them a
rock.
bad case of stick it to the moniosis.
Come on, fly a big hole here.
First contact gonna be that turret that gets destroyed at the end.
Oh, Proto.
Oh,
As the Seekers go through,
the
Proto
timing!
here, though, gets spotted. Stun as well. It seems like almost.
Okay.
There you go, Flyer.
Oh, another
Fly is
one.
so
No,
strong
turn
on
left,
this
turn
A
left,
side
turn
again.
30 seconds left.
Okay.
Okay. Moose, a little sneaky, tiptoeing. Now the A side's open. And until that kill, Shopify had nothing to go off of. Absolutely nothing. They try to take this A side, it gets slowed down, then they start working 3 players out towards B, and 3 defenders were there. Now they find that kill, and the A side's opened up, and a Cosmic Divide is invested here in this
That was big.
lockdown. Also
Shorty.
Okay.
We take that, baby. We take that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nice.
A lead.
We got the lead.
The lead.
First lead of the game.
Good one there for
What an evening.
side of Moist.
Anything is possible.
Double digits
What
now.
an evening.
And getting them before Shopify. And I mean, remember how this map started? It was 5 rounds in a row
glaring
for Shopify, answered by 5 rounds in a row for Moist.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
The second half,
You can get
it looks a little bit more even between the two, and I feel like this has been a big difference. Sim, we talked about him on the last couple maps, though he was always performing at the top. We didn't see too many of those first bloods coming through. Now he has an operator, and he's able to do a little bit more of what we've seen for a Proto most of the time.
Can't work under
to
these
get that early pick,
hands
to
are gonna
shut down
stick to everything,
and deny the numbers to go for Shopify.
And this timeout's so important here. When we take a look at the economy, it's a full buy, right? We just saw an eco from Shopify. They don't have the alt economy, unfortunately, that they had in that round previous. And if they lose, they're in that awful cyclone whirlpool of buying around and saving around, buying around and saving around. And this deep into the game, you don't have many buys left.
It's so similar to the last two maps as well, right? It comes down to those 9-10 rounds and how the economy is gonna go right after a round like this one. It's always so
I'm
gyrating.
I'm jacking in. I got sugar back in my system. I'm getting.
I told you he was gonna be in a better mood after you.
Difficult for Shopify to do again. So this round has to matter. Way more aggressive, letting themselves go towards the side.
Targets for him to shoot at.
And immediately see him having to play far back.
Yeah, hit everyone.
No.
Come on. What?
I was not gonna do it though.
Gave him a little haircut with that one.
Yeah.
Come on, baby. The shorty. The shorty. What?
Vulnerable, but Mata survives some way.
Okay.
I'm not too sure how that's even
Trade
possible.
it off. Let's go, Flya.
Mata was just a deposit.
Come on,
Here
come
on the
on,
B
come on.
site, the rest of the attack will go. Seekers are now out. Dazzle.
Let's go, Proto.
One courtesy of the kill over
Hold it, hold it, hold it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Players come his way.
Proto's,
and he
yeah,
welcomes
Proto's
them
having a
with
game.
open
Yeah,
arms
Proto
and
is having a game.
bullets. As Moose spotted
Now let's just
by
play
the
this
turret,
safe.
now has to find the spike and the round win.
Don't
Or
let
else
the
the
Moose
economy
get
will
ya.
be the economy will be
Nice.
reset.
lead, come on.
And in 3v3 again, a Proto wakes up the enemy with the perfect 1v2 into that situation, also making sure that he's using that utility, making it a little bit more difficult for them to push up. And getting Moist to 11 rounds.
Beat the save round.
Lockdown gonna be available.
And then win. In that order.
Yep.
I will say for Shopify here in this round,
Starting the engine.
Moist bleed with less. This time, Stingers, Sheriffs, Bucky, no ultimates.
You want to wear something?
However, they have been.
That's too damn bad.
With this weaponry alone, and they
Let's go, Brock. Let's go, Brock. Let's go, Flya.
Has Flya
Woo!
completely flashed, but finds two kills.
About it.
I wish
for Shopify.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know if there's an answer now in this round.
It seems very, very unlikely.
I'm tired of digging holes, Grandpa.
Well, that's too damn
bad. I think it's one of those kills. Nobody's taken down, and such a scary situation.
We're gonna be on a
in.
totally different energy than the rest of our raid team.
A map that should be working for Shopify,
We're gonna come in
Moist
ready, they're gonna fucking hate us.
just having the upper hand when they need it the most, when they need to get to 12, and it might be into this one. They grab the orb, they come back to this B site.
Stanley
Sim is the one that's just a little bit closer to them. The turret
You
though
really
should
do
be
share single brain cell.
seeing that first information. There it is.
The other day.
That was a fucking banger of a clip, by the way.
Oh,
let's go, Proto!
Proto does it again. I mean, you put this guy backside B, and he'll find two for you.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the rest of that round ends flawlessly. The investor flawless for Moist Moguls. And again, in Moist fashion, we get a game that nearly goes the distance. Shopify.
We were doing wrestling quotes, and you were like, "Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? People's elbow." And I was doing Stone Cold, so I was like, "Shut up!"
It's all been about B-Dog and Sim and how they're matching against each other. But Proto
Oh, it was so stupid.
I love Stone
making a
Cold.
difference on this map. And
One
when
more
was-
round.
One more.
Come on. Let's go.
With a lockdown available for
This is the
potential
one.
last
Let's go,
round.
Flya.
Fast lane.
A little scary.
The damage taken early on. Flya actually said I'm getting the first blood is the one that's gonna go down first.
I'm getting gassy.
And that's been
Come on.
right next to a Proto. Fly has been Mr. Multi-Kill for Moist. Taking off early. That's one of the smokes, as we mentioned last
time.
All
right, Brock. I want to see a 5K.
Do your business.
The hands are on the shoulders of to play that smokes roll. B-Dog can catch Brock forward aggressively, and he's going to go aggressive himself. Find that kill onto a Proto.
All right.
Wants to
we'll
try
get him on the next one.
Yeah, next one. Go next.
Do it.
Unfortunately, forgot the question. He is fallen in Sim. Walking away from this one, plenty of economy in the back pocket, but wants to hang on to the rifle, maybe play some exits. I think exits has to be the call, right? Because of the economy for Shopify, they need everything that they can take out of this round.
Yeah, he's just looking for the reach around.
Yeah, that's the thing about Shopify. You can never really count them out, especially for a round like that one, where it seems like the first bloods for 2 rounds, I believe, were consistent enough for Flyo, actually this Viper player. For this one, caught by surprise by these quick B or A side hit. No. Oh. Sim gets spotted. Try to get something going on.
He took one away. It's fine.
Careful. Before the end of this round, it's not going to happen.
All right, let's just get him here.
So a round win for Shopify.
We took our lead.
Doing
now
some
let's
extra damage there.
Bury it. Let's bury it.
What the investment
like a
looks
dog
like,
with a bone in the back.
We want our lead and we want to eat it too.
We do have knives for B-Dog, so he can drop a rifle over to somebody who can't afford, but
we say happy birthday. Blow out your candles.
The money allows everybody to have a rifle, full utility across the board as well. So again, backs against the wall here for Shopify, but they come into it with
for like solid 2 minutes and
yeah, they say you were pretty quiet there.
Yeah, except for you little bastard.
That was your like winter soldier.
Yeah. Let's go, Sim. Let's go, Sim. Get up. Let's go, Sim. Get up, big push. Big opening pick. What can I say except you're welcome?
Most important one.
You're welcome.
On the season for them.
Yeah.
Moana.
Just to be a little bit safer
we got
the
oh, big pick, big pick.
And it doesn't look good right away.
Oh, he saw his little elbow.
Was that your tootsies?
The first kill and B-Dog has
your little toes? For free?
That's the tip of the spear, broken off, and that shot just narrowly missing onto Dazzle.
That was just Matt on
You got that stuck in Matt's head.
Strength in numbers. That's a call from Moist.
Maybe lock the doors and turn the lights down low.
We have to.
I killed a deal. Buried
You should run.
Lockdown.
Come on.
Available on both sides. Proto has been holding on to his for a couple rounds. First one out
that's just stuck in my head now.
Yeah, that'll do it.
They're comfortable waiting for
I'll do it.
Alright, come on, boys. Let's get a big old retake.
That's old Kissing Kate Bartlow.
Knowing that nobody would be there.
Let's go, Sim. Let's go, Sim.
And now it's desperation sets in, right? You need to try and find something or you will just get overwhelmed. Lockdown comes through.
Come on, Sim.
We got the lockdown coming in.
From Dazzle.
Okay, Brock.
Let's go, Brock.
Meanwhile, on the backside,
come on, give me another one.
Come on. Thief. He's low. No.
Seekers come through. This is another ult.
That was such a good position.
Oh god, flash bird.
Oh my god, how did that fall? How did that fall apart? How did that fall apart? Buckle down, please. We have got to get clutch.
Through for everybody, and there's just no time. It's damage. Name of the game here for Flya. As he's forced off, the round will go the way of Shopify.
That was a big fucking choke. Yeah. No more of that.
On to the B side, trying to use that lockdown. And it seems like on the defensive side for Moise, it depended so much on Sim guaranteeing that second kill. Onto Dazzle.
Oh, no, we have a full
and because it doesn't happen, Dazzle and Mata, we're playing so well
together.
One
more round. Let's just close it out before overtime.
Pushing the last couple players of Moise, guaranteeing another round. And it's costing them everything, but again, just knowing the importance of staying alive.
Okay, let's go.
Come on, boys. Just one more.
Killed the moose.
Let's steam some ham.
Ham.
Yep.
Rum ham.
Honey baked turkey.
Oh, honey baked.
Find one here.
They said it couldn't be done.
Looks like Shopify.
No one's ever combined peanut butter and jelly.
You take down the turret. That's all right. We're gonna head
elsewhere.
elsewhere.
You want to add bread? You're crazy.
They've got a boo-boo. Let's pour some hydrogen peroxide in it.
Aggressive position for this jet
Let it
for Sim.
fester. Sanitize them.
Oh, exactly where my brain
That is exactly what I was thinking.
And so much utility as well. They have the kill.
Okay, we'll trade. We'll take that trade. We'll take that trade. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Come on. Come.
They tossed down the star of the gravity well with a second two, but he still finds a kill on the way out. Plenty of time though to cut this play off.
Come on, Brock. Come on, baby boy. Can we just go? God, no. Okay, Thief. Okay, we'll trade. Come on, boys, please. Come on, Thief. Thief. No. Thief. 2v2. Sim. It's all on Brock, please, Brock. Let this be the moment that you pop off. Let this be the moment you pop off in this one. We need it, Brock. Please be clutch. Please be clutch. Okay. Nice. Please be clutch. Please be clutch. Please be clutch.
And the player walks away into tree. A tap onto the spike, and he's forced.
Yes. Let's go, baby. Yes!
That's a big dub.
That is a big dub. Hey, good game. Hey, way to coach out there. Way to coach out there, brother. Woo! Wow. That's how we do it. We get in there with the fucking Gangnam style on them.
Yep. Two plays for Shopify. It was insanely close between the two. Shopify bringing the three.
That was probably the one.
Bringing all those ultimates at the end, but the
what a clutch.
Wow.
Where's Blood at?
Just had to
Is
go.
he in Tarek's Discord? Yeah.
And it seems like he had a couple chances to shine.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go, baby. Whee!
Let's go. What a series, dude.
Yeah, that was a banger.
My God.
Look,
say making a quick 2-0. He's not feeling well. Look where we went.
Say what you will about the Moist Moguls, fun to watch. And by the way, if you guys are keeping track, this does put us in 3rd place right now.
Ooh,
Third place.
I like that.
All right, so if Turtle Troop lose their next game, I think we're and we have enough rounds. This is kind of juicy.
This is getting spicy. I'm not gonna lie.
I like the sound of that.
I mean, honestly, another close game. Both of these
what a
teams
fucking match.
That was fucking
Man, we have
delicious.
so many more rounds than everybody else. We've played 245 rounds. Toast team has played like 170.
You guys are getting all the practice in though. It's perfect, dude.
I mean, honestly, it's just more scrim time, really.
Yeah.
It's about reps. You got to stay consistent. It's like weightlifting, honestly. Volume.
Yeah.
And the fact that we put as Moist 1 mil on this game into the crypto betting sites, like,
oh, the
that
return
really
on
just
this
shows
one
how much you believe.
It's unfortunate.
we're honestly like printing money over here now.
We can't stop making money. All those fucking idiots in the esports space losing money, embarrassing. Honestly,
couldn't be you guys. Could not be you guys.
Couldn't be us.
So much can change.
Oh, man,
that's the Moist. That's the Moist slogan. We will never. I can't do that. Did you see what I was saying, Charlie? On the other, I made a Mogul mail.
So far, Tanner.
It was like after the guard video, I was like, here at Moist, we'll never fire anyone ever.
Oh, that's fucking.
Can't say that. Can't say. Maybe you never know. You never know.
I'll say it right now. No one will ever be fired. Like on a spiritual level.
If they do get fired, it won't be because of money.
And I'm just wondering,
oh man,
at what point?
All right, well that feels great. I'm happy.
That's a huge one. That's a huge win.
Oh, look at all the boys tweeting. They had the tweets on deck. I think they scheduled it.
Yeah, that was a scheduled tweet for sure, right?
So close.
Check that. All 5. Bing, bang, boom.
How to dissect that? What that means for this team?
Man, they were 0-5. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that one was looking a little hopeless for a minute, but we never lost hope over here. I tell you what, we brought out some crazy deep cut references. Shit turned around. I'm telling you, there's some kind of like quantum good vibe energy, and it plays a role. It's a team game, and we were competing out there today.
I believe the energy was from you, because my chat was like minus 500K, fire the whole team. You fucked up so bad. Should have signed the other guys. I'd have a sit down talk with them.
My chat was on some other shit. They were talking about Moana holes with Stanley Yelnats and shit. Like we couldn't control them.
Hector Zerone.
Hector, God rest his soul.
On the defense that he does on the attack. We can take a look at the group standings as well, so we can see how things stack up currently. Because
Tarek, why are you looking at that so full screen, bro?
Interesting. Again, we have.
I was just trying to figure out.
You're really staring at it, bro.
I was just trying to figure out what
you
I'm
couldn't get an
at.
idea after just a quick glance.
Yeah, you're actually right. Why am I looking at this for so long?
Really eyeballing this.
W graphics team.
Turtle Troop or Moist Moguls.
All right. Well, I'm gonna end stream.
over a tough opponent. Their match next
what do you guys up to?
Against G2.
We're still competing in World First Destiny 2 race. We took a little 3-hour break here for the Moist Moguls.
Back at it. Godspeed.
A long match. It was a fucking. They really went the distance.
No, yeah, that one was an ass greaser for sure.
And yeah, that's exactly how I describe it as well.
Look at his third place though.
That's looking nice.
I just like it. Let's just beat FaZe. Why not?
Well, you guys beat FaZe to lose, right? Versus,
who did they lose
Oxygen.
to?
They play Oxygen tonight.
It's yeah,
I guess we kind of do need it to lose, and then we need to beat them.
Yes, that's exactly what you need. But even if they win, you still have a chance of making it, even if you lose.
If we win next game, we make it out no matter what.
Yes, you make it out no matter what if you win, but if you lose, there's still a chance.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Not worried about fake reality.
-5? Wait, it's so tight in round difference. Oh my god. Not only are the records so close, the round difference is so close.
The round diff is tough. Turtle Troop had a really good.
Yeah, they caught up. They caught the fuck up.
Who do they play? Who's their last?
Disappointing. However, the team that also ranked in that was Breakthrough. You had Breakthrough at number 4, Breakthrough at number 6.
They play versus Oxygen last.
Moguls, so it's no surprise to see them find a win today. As they
maybe Oxygen turns it around. They've had a tough start.
Where they belong, but it does
Oxygen
like
win both games, and then you lose to FaZe, you're tied 2-3, it goes to round difference.
Well, actually, no, this is actually... Wait, this is kind of fine, because if Shopify Rebellion is playing G2, so G2 wins, and FaZe wins, and we should be fine, no?
FaZe wins.
It feels like they're finally finding those compasses.
Depends on round difference, because Oxygen will be 2-3 potentially, right? Because if they beat Turtle Troop later on.
Hey, not worried about it. We'll work on it.
All right, boys. Hey, great day today. Great day today.
Hey,
congrats on the win,
great
guys.
Great games. GG. Good luck in Destiny 2. Tarek, good luck with watching more matches. You know, maybe get a juvie on you.
Yes, feel better. Good luck with the streamer rewards.
All right, appreciate it. Peace.
Hey, bye, everyone.
You're not going to bring your A game without a
all right, gentlemen, you ready to get back in the raid?
I got that one out there. You should head on over to eBay. You can go to pks.gg/eBay. You can find every...
Hello?
Hello. Hey, what's up, guys?
We're ready for it.
You guys done with your break?
Oh
Jackson
yeah,
here?
very funny.
I got some intel that Thunderlords might be good for this boss.
Yeah. What? Who the hell told you that?
I'm not revealing my sources.
Thunderlord? I'm sorry, but that